and it is scored!
For three. Got it!
With the shot, it's in! Lights out! Good night, goodbye, and that's it! Marshfield wins! It's a great serve. Another one drop! And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl!
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is scored! It is scored!
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
The leaves are changing colors, the weather's getting a little colder, and the Rams are back to play football for another season here in 2025. And we are back covering the Marshfield Rams season here on Marshfield Community Media. Got a new color commentator by me this year. We got Ben Wilson, I'm Will Nicholson, and we have Jack Hughes joining us later for the halftime show. Ben, it's great to have you on.
Thank you, Will. It's an honor to be here. I'm extremely excited for today's game. Obviously, first game of the season, big pressure. I'm super excited to see the new Rams team develop, especially with some of the seniors leaving and some new juniors and sophomores coming in that can maybe help the team. I'm really looking forward to see Nate Rollinson, the new quarterback. He played in the playoff game against Concord Carousel last season. He filled in for Moss when he was resting that foot. And he did extremely well, putting up 3 first-half touchdowns in a 43-7 route. So I'm super excited to see the Rams this season. I think they'll do really well in Methuen. Obviously a great team. The Rangers ranked 15th last season, but the Rams beat them by 4, ranked 11th. So I'm excited to see this first game. Both teams definitely want to go home with a win. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, both teams, you come into every new year, and it's the same conversation where you lose a lot of those big-time players that you had last year, and you got to go and fill in those gaps. For Marshfield, you have guys like Tor Moss, Davin True, Brady Crowley, Jake Brilliant, all graduating. You have Rollinson with a little bit of varsity experience, but again, he's going to have to step up in a huge way. Luke Richardson becomes the new wide receiver 1 going into this team, and you got a couple returning people on that defense, but overall, this Rams offense, the big question with them is, can they replace that offensive firepower that they had in the previous season with all those people graduating?
I mean, I understand that, Will. It's hard to replace some intense receivers like Jake Brilliant and obviously the quarterback, Tor Moss, but I think the Rams will hold up really well. Obviously, almost every year, people start to count out the Rams saying, oh, these seniors start to graduate, they're going to start falling down, but the Rams always prove themselves to be a powerhouse of a team, and they always tend to come back and usually make it to around the playoffs Final Four area.
And last year, it was the offensive line where all those people graduated, and then they brought a bunch of young guys into the O-line, and the big question was, can this unit hold up with all these skill positions? And they did beautifully. You know, they brought in the young guys who are now the returning starters. In Nicholson, you got McGowan, and then you got Matt Keenan, Nate McGowan, that is. So you got a whole bunch of those returning offensive linemen who now, last year, they were considered maybe a weak point in the team. Going in this year, they are considered the strong point, and now they're the vets, and they got to protect that young quarterback in Nate Rollinson. Also a funny note here, the offensive line has a new kind of nickname for themselves. They call themselves the Chub Scouts. That's returning from the seniors last year. It was a something they did last year where they called themselves that and broke it down. But, you know, the Chubb Scouts, the new offensive line unit, and you got to love that. Build team chemistry.
Absolutely. That just reminds me of when Brady got drafted to the Patriots. Everybody counted him out, 6th-round pick, and he wound up becoming a 7-time Super Bowl champion. So obviously counting out, what was it, the Chubb Scouts, right?
Chubb Scouts.
The Chubb Scouts. You shouldn't count out anybody.
Well, we're getting ready to get underway here. The opening kickoff, and just like that, Rams football is back. This kick is going to go deep. We fielded deep by the Rams. Actually, we'll go out of bounds. Will be a penalty. So Marshfield going to start off in good field position. New look offense for the Rams, as we mentioned. It's going to be Evan Williams in the backfield now. Richardson going to be one of those receivers, along with Trottier, D'Antonio, Chase Doherty, Cole Hannigan, and that offensive line unit.
Absolutely, Will. Some of those names you lifted off, I think that those players will be extremely, great for the team. I mean, obviously, you can't just count them out immediately. You have to see what they're like on the field in the varsity intensity. But I'm really looking forward to seeing Rawlinson, especially seeing how he can handle just being an all-time starter rather than just playing 1 or 2 games or a half.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Nate's going to look like with a full season because, you know, he came into what many considered a weak part of that schedule where you already played Methuen, St. John's Prep, Mansfield, and all the big teams that the Rams start with in the beginning of the year. But now he has to go up against Methuen, and, I mean, I would consider this his real first varsity start where he's the #1 guy. Exactly.
My prediction is he plays almost the full game. Obviously, Cash Coleman, the sophomore, it was really a battle for the quarterback position between him and Coleman. Coleman was an extremely great player for the freshman team last year, and Coach Aruka said in an interview with the Coastal Mariner that he was extremely skilled when it comes to the running game. So I'm excited to see what both quarterbacks can do.
Well, first play of the season for the Rams off the kickoff. Rawlinson going to take the snap, throw over the middle, and that is caught. Luke Richardson with a first down. What a way to start the game for Luke. You give him a nice slant over the middle. Rawlinson hits him in stride.
Richardson, wide receiver 1, well-deserved, gets the first play of the season.
Hurry up for the Rams. You got 2 backs in there, and they take the snap, hand off to Williams, getting up the middle. He will be immediately stuffed, maybe fall forward for about a yard. And the passing game looking good, but the run game for the Rams, you got to see that pick up with the loss of Daventry.
Exactly. The run game can be tough, especially with the new running back. The Methuen defense definitely knows how to handle the run game. I'm excited to see the Rams try to do some new plays with Williams because I think he could be a real good asset to the team.
2nd down and 9. They're going to hand this one off to the outside. That is Chase Doherty on a little wide receiver sweep, and he's going to get a couple of yards. Going to bring down about a 3rd and medium. It's going to be about a 3rd and 6 for the Rams, and this is where you get your first real adversity of the season, a long 3rd and 6.
Exactly. Always a tough spot, but this is where you can show people that you can do it.
3rd and 6, motion man, and they got him to jump off sides. There's the flag. That's a classic we saw from last year, the hard count, and Rawlinson picking exactly up where Tormas left off after graduation. It's going to make a much manageable first down for the Rams.
Exactly, and sometimes those plays can throw off the defense, make them shake a little bit, say, oh man, I need to relax a little bit, and they need to try to focus and listen really carefully to Nate.
3rd down or about half a yard. Rawlinson in the gun. Williams to his right. Doherty going to go in motion, back and forth. They're going to take the snap, hand off to Williams. He'll fall forward. It's going to be close to a first down. Might just be a half yard short, maybe even down to inches. It's going to depend on the spot.
Well, regardless, if it's 4th and inches, I do predict the Rams will go for it. It's looking like it is a 4th and inches.
That was a staple of the offense last year. You go for it on 4th down no matter what, unless you're way backed up. No fear by Coach Aruka to go for it. Rawlinson going to get under center. He's going to sneak it up the middle. Does he have enough? The spot looks like he does. Right across that first down marker, and with the spot, yeah, they're saying to move the chains. First down picked up for the Rams. First 4th down conversion of the year.
Well, that's intense, Will. Almost the first drive of the game winds up being a 4th down conversion, so the Rams know the Methuen here can be a great defense, so the Rams need to start to work their way around the Methuen defense.
Fresh set of downs. They're going to hand it off up the outside. Got confused there. The markers didn't quite change, so we assume that was a first down. There we go. They're fixing it now. So that was the first down play. Doherty to the outside. They're trying to work him early.
Exactly. I mean, Doherty being new to the team, they're definitely trying to show people what he can do.
It's a 2nd down and medium for the Rams. Rawlinson screen to Richardson. It's caught on the outside. Not a whole lot of room for Richardson to work with. He'll get a yard or two, and we'll bring up another 3rd and medium for the Rams.
Methuen like hawks on that ball. As Richardson caught that ball, he was immediately met with 2 or 3 Methuen defenders ready to jump right on top of him and make sure he doesn't go anywhere.
Doherty going to line up in the backfield along with Williams. He's to the right of Rawlinson, who's in the shotgun, going to take the snap, play action. Rawlinson looking to roll out, throws a jump pass, and that ball is picked off right at the 30-yard line. A mistake from the young quarterback starter, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
Sometimes the pressure can get to you, Will, and I think right there was one of the examples. Rawlinson felt the pressure. He felt that defender coming. He let go of the ball, and unfortunately, it just didn't go the way they needed.
Yeah, it's a mistake that you hate to see from a young guy. Pressure right in his face, and he just tried to throw it away and fade away, get that ball out of play. But good play by the Methuen defender, but the Rams, you had a really good flow on offense going that, unfortunately, one mistake is going to turn it over.
Exactly. But I don't worry that the Rams can come back. You never count out the underdogs. The Rams have always proven that they are the team to watch out for.
It's a 1st down and 10 for Methuen. The returning quarterback, Danella, going to take the snap, hand it off to Nicholas Mosa on the outside. He will get a short gain. We'll bring up 2nd down for the Rams. Big talking point for this defense, Ben. You've got a couple of people coming back. You got Bergameska coming back. Charlie Leach is now a captain. You got Bongelotti on the outside once again. So you got a couple returning pieces, but the Rams defense, it's going to be hard to be as good as they were last year.
Exactly, and as you said, Will, quarterback Josh Danella, I'm looking at him today. Last year, he was 2nd in rushing yards overall with an average of 34 and a total of 116.
Speak of the devil right there, calling it right there like he's Tony Romo. It is Danella calling his own number. Not able to get a big pickup. Might have actually lost some yards on that one. The Rams are going to make a quick substitution. Looks like 37's coming out of the game. That's Noah Carey. They're going to bring in a little more speed to this lineup. Just a lot of people lined up in coverage here for the Rams. Seem to only bring 4. Leach lurked up like he was going to show blitz. Now we'll back off. It's Danella in the gun. Running back is to his left, 3 receivers to the right. It's a 3rd and long for Methuen. Danella drops back, looks at the throw. It's a deep ball up for grabs, and a great coverage once again by the Rams. It was Jamison Bongelotti able to knock that one away. And another big play for the Rams early in this 1st quarter.
Bongelotti, very valuable asset to the team. He's a senior this year. He was an extremely talented player last year for the team. Almost had the interception there, but there's nothing wrong with a good old deflection. So the Rams are showing Methuen that they can handle the long pass plays.
It's a quick 3 and out for the Rangers. They're going to punt this one away. The intended receiver was Joshua Difatima. There we go. High snap. Rams are going to get close to this one. Almost got home on the block. Punt will get off. Fair catch will be called. That is Cole Hannigan able to run that one in. And the Rams offense will take the field once again. And you got to think now they got to avoid all mistakes from that interception.
Well, sometimes it takes a second for teams to notice the defense, read it well, and know how the defense works. Obviously, that first drive didn't go exactly how the Rams wanted, but it's still 0-0. The Rams have a chance. I'm excited to see what Rawlinson can bring here. Obviously, doesn't want to throw another interception.
Yeah, we might look for them to go on the ground a little bit more. I mean, those runs with William were working. The sweeps to the outside with Doherty looked pretty good. It's all about getting into that rhythm. We got a new back there as well. Trottier in the backfield. Rawlinson send a man in motion. They're going to take the snap, handoff up the middle, falling forward. It's a decent gain for the Rams. Will bring up 2nd down.
Now I think Rawlinson might want to focus on the running game a little bit. After throwing that interception, he knows that the defense can add the pressure. So maybe sometimes just giving it to Williams or giving it to Doherty can just make it easy for him to just run it through the field.
It's going to be a 2nd down. Hannigan going to go in motion. 2 receivers to the left of Rawlinson. He's going to drop back, look to throw, has time to throw over the middle, and his receiver gets lit up by the secondary of Methuen. Will bring up 3rd down.
Right now, both defenses reading the offense well. Methuen just putting the pressure on Marshfield. Marshfield obviously putting the pressure on Methuen as
Doherty shaken up.
Chase Doherty down on the field, shaken up from that last play.
Yeah, that was the intended receiver. So we're going to take a quick break here as Doherty goes down. We'll be right back with you in just a moment here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Back, the Rams going to run a play that is instantly shut down. Rollinson going to fall. Bring up fourth down. The Rams are going to have to punt this one away as the offense is already exiting the field.
Are looking to have to shift their strategies, if you will. Both defenses doing a really good job locking down the offense, which is obviously their job, so they're doing it well.
The defense from Methuen looked good so far. Coach Aruka unhappy with the ref down there. Great shot by Heather Allen, shout out to her, making the trip down to Methuen for us to get you the coverage for this game. First punt of the year for the Rams. It's a good one, gonna go across the 50, take one bounce and will be fielded and then immediately tackled by the Rams right at that 29-yard line. And the Rams defense, who just had a 3-and-out on the opening series, will take the field once again.
Alrighty, it's really time to show what they got. Methuen obviously shut down the last time the Rams defense were on the field, but that goes the same for the Rams. So Methuen, they got to shift their strategies a little bit, if you will, and they got to try to figure out how to get through the Rams defense.
So quick correction on this, because our roster was a little bit all over the place. Doherty is number 9, Cole Hannigan is number 10, and then Cole Summers is number 11. There we go. So we got all that figured out. Little roster mishaps early in the year. It'll happen. Danella in the gun. He's going to call his own number and run to the outside. I'm going to run for a couple of yards. Short of the sticks by about 2 or 3. We'll bring up second down. And Danella using his legs once again.
Danella, as I said, he was second over on rushing yards. Methuen right now focusing on the rushing game. Last season, they had a total of 562 rushing yards and only 145 passing yards. So this team is clearly a rushing team.
They're going to go to the pass this time, but it's just a screen to the outside. Plenty for a first down. That's Mosca on the reception. And they're going to move the chain. So, yeah, plenty for a first down. You see the short game working right now for Methuen. A little run up the middle and then a little screen pass to get the first.
Exactly. Methuen knows Rams can handle the long game, so they want to go short. They just want to get the ball slowly down the field.
Here we go. Fresh set of downs for the Rangers. Danella in the gun, back to his right. The send a receiver in motion. It will be a pitch to receiver to the outside. Who will get all the way up into the secondary. The Rams will be close to a first down. Going to see the spot here. The chains looks like he might have enough. Once again, Methuen doing something in the backfield to get a quick burst.
As I said before, Methuen, they're a running team. Obviously, I thought maybe that the strategy would change as I was going over my notes because all these stats are from last year, but Methuen looking like they have the same strategy.
Now, there was a flag thrown on the field, so I think we had a hold on the side of Methuen. This one is going to go back.
Penalty against the Rangers.
Bring this one back a little bit. So the Rams are going to get a break right there, and now it's going to be first and long for the Rangers.
Well, that's a good teaching moment for the Rams to watch the run game. If I were them, I would definitely make sure to watch Danella. He is fast, and he uses his legs.
First down and long for Methuen. Danella in the gun. Hard count won't get anyone on the Rams to jump. So look back to the sideline for a new play. Marshfield playing a little bit of off coverage here on these wide receivers. Danella going to throw the screen to the back on the outside, who gets a block, gets upfield past the 40, all the way up towards about the 45, where he'll run out of bounds. And once again, the short game for the Rangers pays off.
As you said, Will, the short game definitely in the favor of Methuen. Clearly they want to keep doing that, but eventually it'll start to get old, and the Rams will start to realize, and they'll start to realize what cracks they need to start putting in the window of Methuen.
This will be a second down and manageable, about 2nd and 5 for Methuen. Danella in the gun once again. He's going to back close to his right, going to take the snap, look to throw. Plenty of time, throw to the outside. That ball is caught, but great coverage instantly from the Rams. It's number 23, Ryan Medeiros on the coverage to bring up 3rd down.
The Rams saw that when they saw Danella step back. They knew he was throwing, and they wanted to lock down on those receivers.
It'll be a 3rd down and about a gain of 1, so it's still about a 3rd and 5 for Methuen, who's looking to the sideline for a play. Rams going to go a little bit heavier. They bring in 58, Will Scott. Bring a little extra weight on that offensive line, or that defensive line, excuse me. Could be seeing run here. 3rd and 5. Danella in the gun. He's got 2 people in the backfield with him. Send the wide receiver in motion. Take the snap. It's play action. Danella looking to throw. Deep ball. Outside. Picked off. All the way to the 50, room to run, still staying in bounds, will finally run out, but not before the 35-yard line. Is Jamison Bongelati getting a big interception and giving the Rams right in the red zone.
Huge moment for the Rams there. Danella, much like Rawlinson when he threw his interception, he saw the pressure coming, he let go of the ball, and he didn't see Bongelati. Bongelati was right on top of it and took it to the 35. Great play there by the Rams.
Huge play by Jamison. One of the people we mentioned in the pregame. He's going to have to step up on this defensive unit. He was a big player for them last year as a junior. Now as a senior, it looks like he's picking up right where he left off.
Bongelati definitely showing Aruka that he can stay in the game and he can handle the defense. But the Rams now line up.
It's a fresh set of down for the Rams. Rawlinson going to send someone in motion. Going to hand it off to the motion man to the outside, getting close to that 1st down marker, but won't quite get there. That was Cole Hannigan on the run. He's going to be just short.
Interesting there by the Rams, obviously maybe trying to copy Methuen's strategy. They know that Methuen can handle the long game as Rawlinson threw that interception, so maybe much like Methuen, they're going for the run game just to kind of get it slowly down the field.
Rawlinson in the gun. He's got Williams in the backfield. He'll hand it off. No, it's play action. Throw to the outside. That ball is caught getting upfield, and a 1st down picked up by the Rams. That is number 11, Cole Summers, on the reception. And the Marshfield offense starts to run down the field.
And quickly, the Rams are lining up quick. Rawlinson's setting up the play quickly as the Rams line up.
Hurry up once again. Rawlinson going to get under center, send someone in motion. He's going to hand it off to the motion man who's got plenty of side down that left sideline. 1st down picked up. And once again, they're working the Coles here. Cole Hannigan and Cole Summers, 1-2 punch, are going to pick up the 1st down.
Well, the Rams are in motion now, close to the end zone. This could be a good moment for the Rams, obviously in field goal range. So the Rams can put up some points here and get on the board.
Rawlinson going to be in the gun once again. Striking distance for the 1st time tonight for the Rams. Summers going to go in motion from left to right. Rawlinson takes the snap. Handoff. Williams. No, it's a play action throw. And Hannigan going to make the reception. Going to be close to that 1st down. And I think, yeah, they will set up a 1st and goal here for the Rams.
Now this is the big moment. 1st and goal, close to the end zone. Most times you would go with the running play, but the Rams, you never know what they're going to pull out of their back pocket.
They're going to line up in the shotgun once again. Rawlinson has Williams in that backfield. Lined up to the right, going to send Summers in motion, take the snap, hand off. Summers trying to get to the outside, but great pursuit by the defensive unit of Methuen. Will bring up 2nd and goal.
As I said, we're going for the run. A pass play is dangerous. I mean, we saw that in the Super Bowl, Patriots-Seahawks, interception at the goal line, Malcolm Butler. Definitely risky when you're that close to the end zone to do a pass play.
We have 2nd and goal now. Williams lined up to the left of Rawlinson. Take the snap, play action. Rawlinson throws, end zone. That ball, was it picked off? Looking for the signal. No, they'll say incomplete. It was intended for Summers. Almost another pick there for Rawlinson.
Yeah, that was a close one. Rawlinson obviously got to shake off the 1st game nerves. Definitely would not want to throw another interception. They went for the pass there, but sometimes when you have a defender on you just want to knock the ball out of the way to prevent the interception, which I think Summers did there.
As the sophomore Joey No Jr. on the coverage for Methuen. It'll be a 3rd and goal now here for the Rams. Rawlinson in the gun. He's got Williams lined up to his left. Take the snap. Rawlinson looking to throw. End zone. That ball is caught. It will be a touchdown for the Rams. Did he hold on? I think he's just short, actually. So the ball is caught. They say he didn't get in the end zone. It was once again Cole Summers. And now a 4th and goal, and the Rams keep the offense on the field for now. I believe they're actually going to take a quick timeout. Aruka's fired up. A big 4th down coming back to you in just a moment. We'll see you soon here on MCM. We are back here. Going to be a 4th down. They're going to hand off Williams up the middle, and it does not look like he got enough. So the Rams going to get all the way down to that 1-yard line and will just be short. There'll be a turnover on downs. Close but no cigar for Marshfield.
Well, sometimes 1-yard plays are risky. Most times I would really want to go for the field goal just to get some points on the board. It's better than having nothing. But the Rams, they went for the risk. Obviously no reward. Still 0-0.
0-0. That defense is going to be set up in a good spot now, and they've looked pretty good so far. Obviously, they get the 3-and-out on the first drive, and then a Bongelati interception on the second. So they've looked good, but, I mean, you need to have them make another play right here.
Exactly, and Methuen having that interception from Bongelati, that was actually their first interception of the season, and it's their first interception because they did not have an interception last season, so it's their first interception in a whole season.
Danella in the gun. He's going to have to take the snap. He's going to hand this one off and breaking to the outside, and Methuen going to get all of that yardage right back. Bergameska finally there to make the tackle, but trouble already over for Methuen.
Methuen showing off the rushing game that they have. Obviously, that's clearly their strategy in this game is the rushing game and the short screen pass game.
Going to bring Sean Folan back in on that defensive line. It up a little bit. Methuen talking in the backfield right now. Danella, he's in the shotgun. He's going to send a man in motion. The back's going to move over. That seemed like a double motion right there, and yeah, that's going to be a penalty. 2 men moving in motion in that backfield.
Well, the Rams there, as you said, setting in full, and they're sending in the firepower to make sure to almost put a wall in front of the rushing game and force Danella to either throw the ball away or just to pass it down the field.
Bit of confusion. It's, again, the first game of the year, so you're going to have stuff like that. Methuen, that's their second penalty on the day. They had a holding earlier this time, illegal motion.
Well, there's always first game troubles. I mean, yesterday there was a weather delay for the Dallas and Philadelphia game, so no worries here.
First down and long for Methuen. Danella in the gun. He's got a back to his right. He's going to take the snap, hand it off to the back, but that Rams defense is right there and a big hit made. Charlie Leach, the new captain of the defense, will stuff that one home and bring second down.
As I said, Will, Rams putting up the firepower, creating almost a wall for Methuen, and they push them back on that play. The Rams showing that they're starting to read Methuen's runs, and they know how to read the team, and they know how to get Methuen on their toes.
Leach, another guy who he was phenomenal when he came in last year. He was a first-year starter as a junior and was phenomenal on that defense, and now he's got to be the leader. He is the old guy now. He's the senior captain. It's a second down and long for Methuen. Danella in the gun. Play action. He's going to look to throw. Pressure's coming. He has to step up in the pocket and just run to the outside. He's going to get a couple of that yardage back but will be pushed out of bounds. That play was made by, I believe that was that, I couldn't see. They had the wrong number in there anyway, but great play by the Rams defensive unit, and it will be third down.
Exactly. Danella showing off his feet. He's good with the rushing game, but the Rams starting to read the plays, as I said before.
Here we go. It's going to be a third down coming up for Methuen. Danella in the gun. He's going to take the snap, play action, roll out to the right. He has room to run if he wants to, but he'll throw, and that is an amazing catch made by the Methuen receiver. Just enough for a first down. What a grab.
Yeah, great play there by Methuen. They read the Rams defense. They know the Rams are trying to prevent or create the wall, and they said, you know what, we got to start passing because the Rams are starting to read our rushing game.
It was DeLeon on the reception for Methuen. It's a little banged up after the play. They have a fresh set of downs, so the Rams are going to be able to take a breather.
Another player I'm looking for, Will, is Tim Dernazon. I hope I said that right. He's a senior. He led the team in receiving yards last season with an average of 40.5. He finished with 83 total yards, and get this, he only had 2 catches the entire season, and he led the team in passing yards.
Yeah, they were a running team for sure. I mean, you look all the way back at that 2024 team. They went 9-2. They lost to St. John's Prep in the playoffs, 44-7. In the 2024 matchup last year, they also lost to Marshfield, 31-23. So those were their 2 losses on the year. But that Methuen offense, they scored 30.5 points per game with that electric run game.
Yeah, Methuen, a great team. They were first in the Merrimack Valley division with a 5-0 record, but Marshfield was first in the Keenan division with a record of 5-0. And Methuen was ranked 4th overall in Division I schools with a record of 4-1, and Marshfield was ranked 3rd in Division II schools with also a record of 4-1. So these teams having a similar previous season.
Yeah, they're trying to have a similar season, but again, so many guys graduated. Easton was their running back last year, and he is now graduated. And he was a main point of that offense, being able to just run the ball. He gave the Rams trouble last year. And again, for Marshfield, you don't have Daventry, you don't have Tor Moss and Jake Brilliant and all those great receivers that made that state championship back in 2023. But you still want to put up that same type of production. It's just who's going to step up.
Exactly as you said, that championship of 2023 against King Philip. King Philip has been the school to always have Marshfield's number. They've lost to them 3 years in a row. So the Rams, if they make it that far and meet King Phillips again, they definitely want to take down King Phillips and dethrone them.
We'll switch over to the second quarter here. So off the injury, we'll let time run out and just go to the second quarter. First down and 10 is where Methuen will start in the second. Danella in the gun to send his receiver in motion from left to right. Take the snap, looking to throw, backing all the way up, going to throw the ball that is caught, crossing the 40, will be tackled right around that 40-yard line. Again, another short pass, picking up a big chunk for Methuen.
Well, Methuen knows Marshfield's starting to read the rush game, so even though it's not huge passes, they're still trying to get the ball down the field as best they can.
Second down and 4 coming up for Methuen. Danella once again in the shotgun, going to send his back. That's Kale all the way to the right. Hand off to Kale up the middle. He's got a ton of green grass to run. Crossing the 50 and will fall forward all the way down past that 45-yard line to about the 42.
Boy, if it weren't for that little trip up there, it would be pretty safe to say that that runner would be a lot farther down the field. But luckily the Rams able to catch the foot there and trip him up.
Another back for Methuen just getting upfield. And we saw a lot of that last year from Easton. This time around, it's Kale. Be a first down and 10 for Methuen. Danella in the gun. He's got Kale once again to his right. In striking distance. Take the snap. It's play action. Danella going to call his own number and try and get upfield, but the Rams defensive line is going to hit him right at that line of scrimmage, bring up second down.
Well, the Rams, as I said before, they're starting to read the Methuen defense. Obviously, it's going to take time to read the defense, but so far the Rams have been little by little picking apart Methuen's offense.
Second down and long for Methuen. Yeah, this defensive unit steps up so far. I mean, they were so good last year, and we thought in the preseason they might be just as good in a different way. They got a lot of interceptions last year, but this time around it's been a lot more of just being able to stop the run. They've done that well so far. Danella, second down. They're going to throw. It's a double pass. Trying to find an open receiver will just run it, and the Rams with great coverage on that one. Going to fall forward for a couple. That's Mosca. Get a little bit of that yardage back, but great coverage by the Rams will bring up third down.
And I'm starting to beat a dead horse here, Will, but it's, again, the Rams are starting to read the running game of Methuen. They're starting to pick apart what Methuen is going to do.
Third down and about 5 for the Rangers. It's 0-0 game here in the second quarter. It's been all defense. Danella in the shotgun. He's got a back lined up behind him. 3 receiver set. To the left. They're going to send them back in motion. Danella looking to throw. Over the middle. That ball is tipped and then caught. And that will be a reception. Good hands by the Rams defenders, but unable to fully knock that down. It will be a first down for Methuen off of a tip drill.
Sometimes tipping the ball up is risky. You run the risk of a receiver watching the ball go up and seeing their opportunity and going right under it, as we just saw there. So sometimes you're better off just deflecting it towards the ground or trying to intercept it, but obviously a hard play there. Methuen's going to move the chains.
First down for Methuen, and as he said, you got to just, if you're going to bat it down, you got to put it in the dirt. First down and 10. Danella, shotgun once again. Going to take the snap, hand off to his back, getting up the middle, and we'll get into that second unit of Marshfield, but immediately taken down, bring up second down.
Again, Rams just reading the rushing. And looks like they're just going to quickly put the offense back on the field. No huddle here.
They're going to go quick. Marshfield's going to sub in Tim Stiles, who's going to come in and be a part of that tackle early, but first down run, or the run is going to be enough for a first down. Methuen starting to move the chains.
They're getting closer and closer to the end zone. Rams were in this position, but unfortunately didn't get it on the 4th and goal. Hopefully Methuen makes a better decision, maybe go for a field goal or try their best to punch it in.
First down for Methuen. Zanella has been good so far in the pass and the run game. Going to take the snap, hand off to Kale up the middle. He's going to fall forward and get himself a couple, but it'll be second down.
Rams, I mean, Methuen, it's over and over with the handoffs and the running plays here. Methuen, if I were them, I'd start to say, you know, the Rams are starting to read the defense, or read the offense, excuse me, and we need to try to figure out maybe some better pass plays.
Again, a team who didn't throw the ball a whole lot last year. Trying to key in on the run game. It's an empty backfield for Danella. The send receiver in motion. Danella going to call his own number up the middle, lowers the shoulder, going to get close to inside the 5, but will be tackled just short. I think this will bring up third down here for the Rams as Folan will come back in and give Cosman a break.
Danella showing off his speed once again. Sometimes it's risky, though, running straight into the defensive lineman, as we've seen a couple quarterbacks, even in the NFL, go down by just running headfirst right into the defensive line.
Striking distance now for the side of Methuen. Danella going to take his hat off and then take a knee, which the rule is that if your helmet comes off, you got to stay out for a play. I think that's the argument that Coach Aruka is making right now. You can't just take your helmet off to get a timeout. He's going to go argue that right now. We're going to take a quick break here on Marshfield Community Media. We'll be right back in just a sec.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility.
We are back here after the timeout. Yeah, Ruka's still out there talking with the refs, and this is something that I personally have seen a couple of times where you try and get that quick timeout or try and get something like that by just having a player take a knee or take their hat off, and usually that leads to them having to sit out a play, and I'm sure that's the argument that Coach Aruka's making right now.
Yeah, exactly as you said, Will. I mean, Aruka, based on his body language, obviously we can't hear him, I would sense that he's trying to penalize Methuen here. Obviously, you can't take your helmet off at a random time. Usually that means you're trying to get out of the game. But interesting strategy. I assume they were looking for a timeout, but Methuen and Marshall going to line up.
Let's see if Danella is still back there. He is, so yeah, Methuen, they got away with it. They might have just taken a timeout as well to get the right unit in. Still in the red zone and striking distance for the Rangers. Danella going to send his receiver back and forth in motion. Danella going to roll out to the right. He's looking to pass back to the other way, and a beautiful design will lead to a touchdown for Methuen. They beat Bergameska on a little cross across the middle, and the Rangers will strike first.
Well, there it is, the first touchdown of the game, first touchdown for Methuen's season. A rare instance where they pass the ball, honestly. But it's a nice play right in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown for Methuen.
Richardson is coming into the game, so this is interesting because we've seen a couple of instances where the Rams have put other players in different positions. I believe it was Couples a couple of years ago who played a little bit of wide receiver and defensive back, as the extra point will not be good. Knocked down there by the Rams.
Wow, great play there by Marshfield. Deflection is extremely hard to do with PATs. Richardson being in, as you said, was interesting. He is a wide receiver. He's wide receiver 1, and he does play safety. So I mean, says that on the roster, but I mean, hey, Aruka clearly made the right choice because the kick was blocked.
I mean, maybe you're trying to get some speed out there to be able to get that quick jump. As Richardson, I mean, he just flies down the field. Tall kid. He plays center in the winter when he plays basketball. The kid is just tall, can fly all over the place. Definitely a guy you would want to go and block those kids.
Exactly. He started as a sophomore, and he's proven that he is an invaluable asset to this Rams team.
His dad's a hilarious guy, too, I will say. I got to talk to his dad a little bit on the way out for the preseason game. I know he's fired up. See Luke in his junior season. The Rams are set to return the kickoff and try and get a spark on offense. It's going to be squibbed out and returned by the Rams, crossing the 30, and then will run out of bounds. I believe that was Cole Summers running that one back. The Rams offense will set up and bend. They really need to get a spark going now.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams haven't been able to read the Methuen defense very well. Obviously, Methuen putting up the wall against the Rams. 6-0, I mean, it's not, don't call it a comeback, I would say. 6-0 is really not a big deal for me. The Rams could get down to the end zone, and if they just put up the extra point, then they could take the lead of the game.
Marshfield, about halfway, we assume, through the second quarter here. We can't see the clock, but going to try and put together another good drive. By the way, if you're going to join us through halftime, don't go anywhere. We got a halftime show coming to you the first time in Marshfield football. As Rollinson is going to fumble the snap, and we'll just have to take a sack. He gets lit up, too. Yeah, flag is going to come down. It might have lit up Rollinson a little late. So we'll see what the flag is. But again, halftime show is going to be coming to you at the half, led by Jack Hughes, and me and Ben will join him there, so it should be exciting. This penalty will go against Methuen. I think they might have hit Rollinson there in the head.
Yeah, I assume it's a simple roughing the passer play. Rollinson, low snap, bumbled it a little bit. Methuen saw the opportunity. They took it just a little too hard.
Rarity in football, you're going to see a first and about 3. Not a common down and distance that you see, but it's the situation for the Rams. Rollinson is going to be in the gun. He's got Williams back there. Hand off to Williams, trying to get upfield, and he's going to fall forward. Don't think he has enough for the first down. Methuen D-line will get him.
Well, the Rams, much like Methuen, trying the rushing game, but as I said many times before, Methuen's reading Marshfield's offense. Both teams know how to read the defense and offense pretty well, so the Rams got to try to get a touchdown or at least something, try to get on the board before this half ends.
Second down and 1. Rollinson in the gun, going to take the snap. It's a handoff once again to Williams, who gets upfield all the way across the 50. And excuse me, this time it was Trottier in the backfield. So they got a little 1-2 punch going there with the two backs, and he will have enough for a first down.
Trottier getting a little bit of playing time today. He's a junior, so interesting to see him. I believe it's his first time being on the varsity team, so it's good to see him on the field and show Aruka and the team what he's got.
They take the snap, play action. Rollinson will throw. He's got a wide open Richardson, who gets upfield and throws a stiff arm. Plenty for a first down, and Luke knows that he throws up the symbol, and he talks a little bit to the sideline there too. Luke a little bit fired up.
A little bit fired up, trash talk. You don't always want to do it too early. I mean, obviously the Rams are down right now, but Richardson, he got that first down. He made the Methuen team know that he got that first down.
He's a confident kid, too. That's something that's just going to fire him up. It's Rollinson, play action, looking to throw. We'll check this one down to Cole Summers, who makes a move, but great pursuit there by the defense on the side of Methuen. They'll make the tackle, bring up second down. That was Buchaya on the tackle.
Aruka, after that play, yelling at the referees, obviously looking for something. Aruka definitely not happy. I see him walking, pacing up and down the sideline. He's definitely feeling the intensity away from Marshfield.
As he always does. Yeah, Aruka's always into it. Second down, Rollinson going to look to throw once again. Deep ball. He's looking end zone for Richardson, who is hit. He will get the flag. And Marshfield gets bailed away with a pass interference as they wrap up Richardson.
Yeah, that's a great flag there from Marshfield. Huge advantage there. Richardson getting the pass interference called.
5:35 remaining in the second quarter as well. It's a big break for the Rams. They're trying to run this clock down, get in the end zone. If they kick the extra point successfully, they will have the lead in what has been a highly contested defensive game. something a lot different that we saw from the Rams last year where they were all offense.
Exactly. The Rams, they have to prove that with Rawlinson as the quarterback that they can still be that intense offense that they usually have.
It's going to be a first down for the Rams. 1st and 10. Rawlinson going to take the snap. He's going to try and run it himself up the middle, but nowhere to go. And it seemed like that might have been a wrong read. Looks like either Hannigan or Summers were looking for the ball, but nonetheless, 2nd down.
Rawlinson quickly going to line up the Rams offense.
We'll go quick here. They're going to bring in Doherty. So a 4-receiver set. Hannigan, Summers, Richardson, and Doherty, with Trottier in the backfield. Rawlinson takes the snap, tries to throw a screen to Richardson, and is complete. It makes a move close to that first down marker, and that last effort by Richardson might have got it. Going to depend on the spot. Right now they have it set up as 3rd down. The clock will tick under 5 minutes.
This is an intense moment. Rams are creeping close to the end zone. This could be their chance to tie and maybe gain the lead.
3rd down and 10. Trottier in the backfield. Rawlinson will take the snap, play action. He's going to roll out to the left. Ball to the end zone. It's tipped up right off the hands of the defender. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off. It was intended for number 10, Cole Hannigan, but incomplete.
Rough play there for Rawlinson, almost throwing another interception. Methuen last season, their defense had 3 interceptions. So Methuen's defense, last year, weren't great with the interception game, but Methuen is proving that they are great when watching that ball.
I think we might have a timeout here to stop the bleeding. 4:38 remaining in the 2nd quarter. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back with you here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
We are back here. Methuen and Marshfield in a close game. It's 6-0 Rangers right now, but the Rams in striking distance. Will Nicholson alongside Ben Wilson. Ben, what have you seen a lot good from the Rams so far?
I have seen, the Rams offense, it's been rough. The Methuen defense is doing a great job reading the Rams offense and being able to cut around the Rams offense and just make sure the Rams don't get anywhere near the end zone. But right now the Rams are lining up close to the end zone here. Methuen, 1 interception on Rawlinson, a couple of deflections. So the Rams are going to line up.
Short distance for the Rams. Rawlinson going to pitch this one to Hannigan. He's going to be close to a 1st down. I think he might just have enough to get it. I think that was a 4th down play from the Rams as well, so it's all going to depend on the spot here. Methuen thinks it's short. Marshfield signals 1st down.
Intense moment here. It's all up to the referees now.
I think they might bring out the chains to measure this one. Hannigan got super close. Again, it's all going to come down to the spot. And I think, they're going to bring the chain gang out right here. This could be a huge turn for the Rams with 4:30 remaining. You're in striking distance here. You have a chance to take the lead. And just from the spot here, it looks like it's short, and they will say it's short, so the 4th down try for the Rams once again will not be enough, and they're going to turn it over inside the 10-yard line.
Another rough play there. The Rams haven't been able to do well in the 4th down conversions here. Methuen going to get the ball back. On that play, I noticed Rawlinson, when he took the snap, he looked almost a little surprised at Methuen's defense coming towards him, so he wanted to get rid of that ball. Obviously, was able to get it there to Hannigan, but wasn't able to get the 1st down.
Yeah, again, it's been a tough half for Rawlinson. He's had a few mistakes here and there, a couple of plays where maybe he wasn't expecting. He's had a couple of good plays as well, though. He's had a couple of really good balls that have hit Richardson in stride. He's having himself a decent half.
Exactly. So it's been off and on, I would say, for the Rams offense so far.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rangers. 4:30 remaining in the half. They're going to try and punch in another. Danella going to send his receiver in motion, but will just run it by himself up the middle. He's going to have a huge gap open up. He's fired up. Should be enough for a 1st down, and Methuen will move the chains.
That was Danella right there showing off his speed. He's showing off why he was 2nd overall on his team last year in rushing yards.
And the pass game hasn't been phenomenal, especially down the field passing for Methuen, but we knew this coming in. They like to do the short completions and let their playmakers get out in space. Marshfield's done a good job of shutting that down so far. Danella in the gun. He's got a back to his right. Receiver going back and forth, and they will hand it off to the back, who's going to get lit up at that line of scrimmage. Going to get a couple of yards falling forward, but a couple of changes for the Rams will come in as well. Dylan Burho will come in, and a little more speed on this third down will come in for the Rams.
Yeah, third down quickly off the fourth down conversion there from Methuen. The Rams, they're doing really well reading the rushing game of the Methuen team. Methuen obviously with 562 rushing yards last season. They're clearly showing that they're a rush-heavy team.
Danella in the gun, going to send a receiver in motion, so now he's empty, going to turn, throw that screen pass, it is caught, trying to make a move upfield, and will move out of bounds, going to be close to the marker as Cosman going back and forth with that offensive line. See if we can get a look at the chains here. They do signal first down, I believe, so Methuen going to have enough, and we'll move the chains.
Methuen again proving that their running game is just an incredible power to their team.
That'll bring up third down and 1 for the Rangers.
Bunch of receivers out there once again for Danella. He's got 2 to his left. The tight end in there in the right. Danella in the gun, going to take the snap, hand off to the back, trying to get up the middle, but the Rams instantly there to shut that one down. Hit on the line of scrimmage. Might have fallen forward for a yard.
What? You didn't even measure that.
This is back and forth. Marshfield, it's either a big rush from Methuen or a good defense by Marshfield. Marshfield read that play well.
First and 10 for the Rangers.
The chains there. This is scrappy football right now. Everything is close. Hard count. No one jumps for Marshfield. Danella in the gun, getting a new play. He's got a back to his left. He'll take the snap. Looking to throw. Play action. Pressure is coming, and he will fall down. A whole bunch of Rams are going to be in there on the sack, but Cosman was the main one to get home.
Cosman, he's fired up here with that big old sack lunch right there, Will. Great play there by the Rams.
Huge play there by Cosman, another guy who, on this defensive unit, he's a returning starter, making plays early. Sean Folan also in there on the stop. He's going to come out of the game. So now it's down and distance for the side of Methuen. Danella in the gun. He's going to take the snap, play action, look to throw. He's going to throw this one over the middle. That ball is caught and a whole lot of room to run. Liam Riley there to make the tackle, but that is Santiago on the reception, and a first down picked up for Methuen.
Great play there by Methuen. I'm not sure how much time is left in the first half here, but Methuen obviously want to try to get down the field, maybe get a touchdown, or even better, maybe just get a simple field goal.
We are closing in on that 3-minute mark here from Nicholson Stadium in Methuen. Danella going to take the snap, hand off up the middle, and the Rams are going to shut down that short play once again. It was Kale on the carry, bring up second down.
Another proof there by the Rams that they are starting to read Methuen's running game. Methuen, obviously with that last pass play, that shows Marshfield that Methuen can make a difference of plays. That was a great play there by Methuen, but the running game is starting to run out for Methuen.
Second down and 8 coming up for the Rangers. Danella in the gun. He's going to roll all the way out to the right. Pressure coming. He's going to step up, but Burho is there to wrap him all the way down. It will be finished off by the Rams, but the first one to get home was Burho. Sack for the Rams. Connor Scott also in, and it will be second and long, and I think that's Danella who's down.
Another big sack there. Look at Aruka down there on the sideline. He is super excited here. He knows that the Rams are starting to shake up Methuen.
And Methuen had to burn a timeout. So we're going to take a quick break before the half. We'll see you back in just a minute.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility.
We are back here on Marshfield Community Media. During the half, by the way, you should stick with us. We got a halftime show coming to you the first time ever in Marshfield football. Jack Hughes going to join me and Ben and lead the charge there. We're going to talk everything Rams football at the half, so stay tuned for that. Don't go anywhere. We'll run one ad, and then we'll just get right into it, talk some ball. It's going to be a third and long. Danella was hurt at the end of that play, Ben, but again, He's already taken a knee in this game and came right back in. I can't see him coming out of the game.
Yeah, Danella, he has proven here that he is a really good player from Methuen. He's a great quarterback. He's got a super good eye for looking at players down the field, and he's got great legs for rushing. So Danella it would really hurt Methuen for him to come out.
Looks like he's still in the game there. Methuen going to huddle up one more time. The defensive line starting to heat up a little bit for the Rams as well. Connor Scott, Cosman, Folan, all have been great. It will be Danella. They're going to go quick. They're going to try this double pass once again, and Leach instantly light that one up, but it was a false start by Methuen, so they're going to back him up even more. They are 0 for 2 on that double pass so far today.
Oh, Methuen now really going to get shaken up here. 3rd and long. Rough place to be.
3rd and long for the Rangers. I mean, very, very long. It's the joke we used to say with Andrew Youngworth last year. 3rd and a country mile, it feels like right now. Whole long way to go. It's about 20. But they have converted big plays before, so Marshfield going to have to watch out for that. Danella in the gun. He's got a back to his left. 4 receivers on the field, even split. Danella looking to throw. Plenty of time. Going to air this one out deep, but it is overthrown. Intended for Santiago. Will fall incomplete. Riley and Bergamesca on the coverage. 4th down coming up for the Rangers.
Well, that was a beautiful instance there that Danella, he was looking down the field. He almost had a man there, but Methuen obviously 4th and long here, 4th and a country mile, as you just said. I assume it's just they're going to kick it off to the Rams.
Yeah, punt this one away. It will be, we assume, one of the Coles back there to return for the offensive unit. That wide receiver room, Cole Hannigan and Cole Summers. Summers last time around, but yeah, you're going to have to punt this one away. In Marshfield, we got somewhere around 2 minutes left in this half right now. There's potential to go and put together a big drive, get on the board.
At least something, Will. Just a field goal would do.
Punt, it got blocked. It got blocked by the Rams. Still inbounds. It will be scooped up. It's heading the other way. Making a move. Crossing the 25, 20. Still on their feet. Will fall right at the 10-yard line. The Rams special teams will make a play and set up the offense inside the 10.
That's a great play there by the Rams special teams. This is where the Rams offense wants to start. They have a great place on the yard here. I think this is a good opportunity for the Rams. 2 minutes to go. It's a great time to make a play.
Ryan Medeiros, one of the players to come in and get inside, get that punt blocked. The Rams are going to be set up in great field position. They don't have a 28 listed, so I'm going to try and find out who that was who made the play. But still, great job by the Rams special teams unit.
And I know you predicted that around under 2 minutes left. Well, I'm looking at the scoreboard here, 36 seconds. So it's a good time for the Rams to try to make a play, just something.
Rollinson
oh boy,
instantly going to be lit up, and that play will go nowhere. Try to hand it off to Cole Hannigan. And the Rams will take a quick timeout. Time is running low here in the second half. 20 seconds left. 6-0. The Rangers will lead. We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility.
We are back. 28 seconds is what we see on the clock now. Rams, after a disaster play where Rollinson got hit immediately, we're going to try and punch this one in. This is going to be the 3rd time for the Rams that they're in striking distance. The first 2, they were unable to convert on 4th down. You got to think now, I mean, Lightning's got to strike eventually. They have to be able to get some points on the board.
I know what you're saying there, Will. The Rams here, they tried to do the rush plays there, but obviously the Methuen defense read that like a book. They were able to push down Rollinson and Hannigan. Marshfield, I think if I were them, I would look more towards the passing game because Methuen wants to do nothing but pressure Rollinson and add some fear into Rollinson to make him throw the ball away.
Rollinson going to take the snap on a 2nd down. He's going to roll out, looking to throw this ball to the end zone. Was it caught? Did he keep the feet in? No. Will fall incomplete. Bring him a 3rd down for the Rams with 22 seconds left.
Great play there by Rollinson. He had a man open, but just couldn't keep the feet in bounds. That shows you that the pass play can work on a close call here.
6-0 lead The Rams are down. The Rams haven't scored in a half in who knows how long. We're going to have to go back in the history books to see if that is the case. Rollinson in the gun. He's got Williams in the backfield. He'll take the snap, look to throw. Rollinson throws, but it is batted down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be another 4th down coming up for the Rams. And now decisions to make. Do you bring on the field goal unit?
Yeah, that's, as you said, Will, big decision to make. Bring on the field goal
Or
unit.
excuse me, that was 4th down for the Rams. Apologies there. So another instance where a 4th down play, they are unable to get it. And it's going to be a turnover on downs for the 3rd time in the half for the Rams.
Oh, man, Will, I thought for sure that it was a 4th down coming.
Excuse me, they are kicking it. All right, I'm all over the place. We have no idea what's going on.
It's the first game of the season. We got a long way to go.
So it will be a field goal. It's going to be attempted by Mikey Appel. Snap, not great. Appel's field goal. Does he have enough leg? No, he does not. Accuracy was not there. And the Rams remain scoreless towards the end of the half.
Rough kick there, as you said. Snap wasn't great. Appel's kick looked like it was just a bit to the right, maybe off the post. Rough half here for the Rams. 0-6. 14 seconds to go. Potential for Methuen to punch one in or at least get a field goal. I'm excited to see what happens.
And Methuen, 14 seconds left. They may just opt to take a knee. Go into the next half. It's going to be really hard to make a play happen. They will just take the knee. So that is going to do it for the first half. Methuen with the only score. They get a touchdown, miss the extra point. First time in who knows how long the Rams have gone scoreless in a half. Still within 1 score and plenty of time for the Rams to come back. We are going to be back real soon doing a halftime show for you on MCM. So don't go anywhere. We will see you in just a moment.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Crossing the 50, 40, he's got 2 men to beat, no one's gonna catch.
Kick is up, and it is
Score!
for 3.
Got it! With the shot, it's in! Lights out, good night, goodbye, and there's it! Marshfield wins! It's a great serve, another one drop, and the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl!
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is
Scored! It is scored!
Welcome, everyone, to the first ever halftime report here for Marshfield football. I'm Will Nicholson. Alongside me, I have Ben Wilson, Jack Hughes. Jack, we had a great first half. I mean, it was a really defensive battle, but the Rams down right now.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Will. As you can see, I'm shaking. It might be the caffeine or that Rams football is back, and I think it's the latter. Now, let's break down the offense. Nate Rollinson, he's made a couple early mistakes, which is fine. It's only the first half. I have him 6 for 12, 54 yards, and an int. But on the receiving side of the ball, we got Luke Richardson. He's 3 for 3, 22 yards, looking like C.D. Lamb out there. A couple other notable performances. We have Jake D'Antonio, 1 touch for 10 yards. That was on the jet. And, you know, this game, it's like a boxing match, right? It's everyone's throwing punches. It's who's going to go down first and who we will find out who wins at the very end. So, what do you guys think about this offense?
Well, so far, I mean, I think you can see the nerves and kind of the newness from this team coming in where Rollinson, he makes a couple of mistakes early, but then again, he has a couple of good plays where he hits Richardson on a couple of out routes, and he looks good, but it's a couple of mistakes here and there that I'm sure they're going to work out. I think all the way back to the first time that I saw Tor play, it was at home versus, I think, St. John's Prep, and you could tell that the nerves were there. He was kind of overthrowing everything. It looked a little tough. And then, we saw how good Tor became once he had a couple of snaps under his belt. But, again, Ben, how do you think the offenses look so far?
I mean, it's been a little rough for the Rams. I mean, obviously going for 3 4th and goals is rough, especially after the first 2. You would at one point just want to go for the points on the board. But obviously Rollinson wants to test his luck, but unfortunately for him it hasn't been working out too well. But as you said before, as Tormas started, he had a few rough snaps. So hopefully in the second half, Rams can put up some points. Rollinson looks a little shaky out there, but hopefully he can compose himself and get back on the field and perform well for the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a one-score game, Jack. It's 6-0. Obviously, the Rams haven't looked too good on the offensive side of the ball. But on defense, I mean, man, they have been on fire so far.
Defense, I'm excited. Shout out Jamison Bongelati with that pick. Charlie Leach, I mean, he might as well find a home in the backfield. He's got 2 tackles for loss. He's a monster back there. He's wreaking havoc on the backs. I mean, if we talk about the secondary, too, these guys are just locking up. I mean, a couple pass yards for Methuen, but what do you guys think overall about the QB pressures? Because that quarterback, I forget his name, but he's been scrambling for days looking for help.
Yeah, Danella's been under a ton of pressure. I think that you saw a lot in the second half. You saw the defensive line heat up a little bit where Folan and Leach and Cosman were all getting involved. They were getting big hits. The secondary, as we said, I mean, they've looked good back there, Ben. You have Bongelati, who has an interception. Also, Liam Riley and Bergameska not looking too bad either back there.
Yeah, the Rams defense is definitely showing Methuen that they can handle them well. I mean, Methuen defense also is doing really well. Both teams reading the rush game really well, in my opinion. Obviously, the pass game is what might be needed for both teams, but both defenses, I think, are doing really well, especially, as you said, Bergameska, Bongelati, Riley. They're all doing their job. They're all doing their part on the team. So I think the Rams and the Rangers look really well on the defensive side.
Yeah, it's been a good old-fashioned defensive battle, Jack, where it's, really just been who's gotten closer to the red zone. I mean, Methuen, even when they scored, it was like a 2-yard little cross play to get in where they are able to throw it. But, prediction for the second half, what are the Rams going to have to do offensively to kind of get this thing going?
Of course. So they're in there. They're making adjustments. Of course, the guys up front, they've been doing all right. They can definitely improve. Shout out the Chubb Scouts, like you said earlier. Matt Keenan, Nate McGowan, your brother, Aiden Nicholson. They've all been doing great up there. Offensive-wise, Nate's got to be composed under pressure. We're down, not by a lot. Remember, 28-3. It gets way worse. Okay, just bear with us. Don't turn the channel to Jeopardy just yet. Okay, but I could see us scoring at least 3 times.
I mean, you talk about 28-3. I mean, you even go back a couple of years to when the Rams were down 35-0 versus I forget who it was. I think it was it's skipping my mind, but they were down 35-0. We talked about it with Liam Olinger and all those guys when they came on the preseason show. So the Rams have come back from huge before. This was even the case last year. Marshfield, when they were in this game, they won 31-23, so it was a little bit of a higher score game, but they were down at the half, and they had to come back to make big plays to get back into the game. So it's absolutely doable for the Rams.
Oh, of course. And in this environment, it might get chippy, kind of like the Cowboys and Eagles last night. Hopefully we see none of that, actual aggressiveness. But yeah, I could see these guys really bouncing back in the second half because the Rams are a second half team. Okay, when the clock hits 0, that's when the game's over. It's never over until it's over for the Rams.
That's how it feels for this Rams unit. Ben, I want to throw it over to you for a sec. So, obviously, that offensive unit, they're looking for a little bit of a spark. How do you think the Rams are going to be able to do that? Should they go Rollinson more through the air? Should they try a little short game with the receivers? Or, they've looked pretty decent with their backs. What do you think the Rams should do to get back into this game?
I mean, as you said before, the backs are doing their job. Doherty's doing really well. Hannigan's also doing really well. Rollinson, to me, looks a little shaken when he sees that defensive line come towards him. Sometimes he tends to take a second and not look around and realize what's in front of him. But I think that if he takes a second and realizes that he has man open, he can hit one down the field and maybe make a good play for the Rams. But I think he needs to just focus and settle in just a little bit.
A bit of a split backfield here as well. Evan Williams gets majority of the carries, but Trottier has come in as well and made some big plays on the ground. So should the Rams look to go with him a little bit more maybe?
I think they should. Trottier made a nice couple plays there. I think that he's a valuable asset to the team. I think Aruka is trying to spread the ball around, throw off the Methuen defense maybe, but Trottier definitely has shown that he can read the Methuen defense best and he can get the ball down the field.
Love that. Jack, I want to ask you the same question. The Rams offense, what should they look to do to get back into this game?
Yeah, just to comment on you guys' earlier, I believe there's a little roster mistake. I believe 7 is Jake D'Antonio.
There we go.
They're splitting the backfield with him. I mean, he resembles Bijan Robinson. Like, he's wearing
The
7.
number 7, he's
yeah.
got it.
Anyway, what was that question, Will?
What will the Rams have to do on offense to try and get back into this ball game?
Of course, it all starts up front. We need protection up front. We need to get the high leg on the edge. We need to contain, make sure those edge rushers don't wreak havoc on Nate. And really, we just need to open up some holes. We need to run the ball. We've been doing good in the pass game. Shout out Luke Richardson on that 20-ish yard stab, then getting in the face of Methuen defenders. That really fired me up. But, yeah, we just need to dominate up front. Then the rest will take care of itself.
Yeah, it's looked good for the side of Richardson. Last year, 322 yards and 5 touchdowns, and he wasn't even the number one guy in that offense. So, he's stepped up in a big way. I would definitely look for him. Again, the offense, this is how it worked when Rollinson was in the game last year as well, where he threw for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. Those were in the 3 games that he played. So, you mentioned Ben early. He stepped up in that Concord-Carlisle game. But, Rollinson, a little bit different from Tora. I don't feel like he's really the type of quarterback who's going to whip the ball all around the field. I feel like he has to play his game and find his rhythm.
Yeah, he clearly needs to find his rhythm. In the first half, I think he is struggling. I've said that before. I'll definitely say it again. He needs to find his rhythm, settle into the pocket, and he needs to really make sure he's paying attention to what's in front of him. But I think overall he can be a valuable asset. If we need, we can send in Cash Coleman, the sophomore, who was an incredible player last year on the freshman team, and Aruka has said that he's incredible when it comes to the running game. So Methuen, who can read the running game, it'd be interesting to see Coleman maybe go in and try to read that defense.
Yeah, Coleman had a great camp. It was a little bit of a surprise that, everyone thought it was going to be Nate's job, and he did end up winning it, but it was a little bit of a quarterback battle in camp where Coleman, he showed real flashes of, looking really good, looking like a player who could take over this offense, but not just yet. But again, you do have that in your back pocket if you want to try something out. Coleman a little bit quicker on his feet as well, a little similar to what you saw from Tor. He can run around the field like crazy. Defensive side of the ball, Jack, the Rams have looked good there, but what do they need to continue to do to hold this Methuen attack?
Yeah, of course. We have Cosmo for a sack. That's great. I feel like the D-line needs to step it up a bit. The new seniors, I'll just name a couple. The Scott brothers, they're heavy up front. I expect them to wreak havoc. I believe Connor Scott got half a sack with Dylan Burho at the end of the first half. So we could see the D-line coming through. Alex Herbert on the edge. I think he should have a good game in the second half. But really we need to pressure the QB, and that's how the quarterback makes mistakes. That's what we see with Nate. So, yeah, I think the D-line needs to step it up a bit. The secondary's looking great, though.
Yeah, when that D-line pressure comes in, we saw the play that Danella threw an interception. Pressure was coming. He threw it up, and Bongelati was right there to just, pick it right off in the middle. So, the defensive unit, they got to keep it up. Again, you got a lot of returning players. You got Charlie Leach, who was a captain, or is a captain now, coming back. Bergameska, another guy, 56 tackles, 2 passes deflected last year. He had an interception. Leary had one as well. So, you got a lot of players on this unit. I'll throw it back to you, I guess, Ben. So, defensively, what do you think the Rams are going to have to stick with in the second half?
Well, the Rams are definitely going to have to stick with staying on their men and paying attention to the rushing game of Methuen. We've seen plenty of times that even though the Rams can sometimes put up a nice defense against the run game, there's sometimes just an open pocket, and a runner can get right through and trip up the Rams and make them shiver a little bit, get on their toes, and want to try to do better.
Love that. All right, gentlemen, I think we're going to wrap this thing up in just a second. Jack, I want to get your final score prediction going into the second half.
I can see it being 21-9. Marshfield takes it.
Marshfield come back 21-9. Ben, what do you got?
Well, I know we're on Marshfield Community Media. I'm sorry to all the Rams fans out there. I'm predicting a solid 15-6, Methuen.
I like that. A little split back and forth. I think the Rams are going to end up making the comeback. I have the same type of area there. I think it's going to be maybe a 14-6 game. The Rams punch it in twice. That is going to do it for our halftime report. Again, if you guys enjoy this, we'd love to keep doing this throughout the season. Keep the energy going during halftime. Thank you for joining us here. Jack Hughes, thank you for joining us.
Thanks
Once
for
again,
having
it was a pleasure to have you on.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to send it to a quick break. Me and Ben are going to be back with the call on Marshfield Community Media. We'll see you guys back with the second half. We'll see you.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Crossing the 50, 40. He's got two men to beat. No one's going to catch.
Kick is up, and it is
Score!
for three.
Got it. With the shot. Lights out. Good night. Goodbye. And there's it. Marshfield wins. It's a great serve. Another one drop. And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is
Scored. And it's scored.
Welcome back, everyone, to Marshfield Community Media. The second half getting underway here. Marshfield trailing Methuen 6-0 and trying to make a comeback in the second half. Will Nicholson alongside Ben Wilson. Ben, it's good to have you back. Halftime show was fun, man. That was a good time.
Yeah, that was great. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, we all had predictions for the future of this game to end. Obviously, I predicted Methuen winning. You and Jack obviously went with Marshfield. I do still think Methuen can pull one off. Not by much, but just by a little bit, based on what I'm seeing so far with Rawlinson having a little bit of a hard time in the pocket, as this field goal return is not a bad one. A little bit of a wrestle there, if you will.
Kickoff for the Rams will be returned by Methuen. They're across the 40-yard line. Bit of a squib kick there by Santiago. And the Methuen offense will take the field once again. The Rams defense has looked good. They've let up that one touchdown, but versus a team who they scored a whole lot of points last year. I mean, over their games, they scored a whole lot of points. So they've looked good so far. And yeah, well, hopefully the Rams can keep that up on the defensive side.
Right, well, I certainly hope so. I mean, it's been a lot of running games, and the defense has been strong on both teams. I'm really excited to see what strategies were talked about in the locker room, and I'm looking to see them be pulled off here.
Danella going to take the snap, hand off to the motion man who's got all the way outside to the right, crossing the 45, and will be a couple of yards short of that first down marker, bring about a second down and 2. It's a good opening play for Methuen. Once again, they're sticking with that quick out of the backfield strategy.
Yeah, as you said, they're sticking with the backfield strategy with the rushing game. The Rams, obviously in the locker room, there had to have been talk of maybe passing it and trying to get around the Rams defense, because the Rams defense has, after a few plays, they start to read the defense well, and that sends Methuen into a little bit of a frenzy, and they start to struggle with finding a new play.
Second down and 2. Danella in the gun. He's got the back to his left. Send in the motion man, and it's a fake to the man in motion. Danella going to run this one forward and have enough for a first down. And Methuen, 2 plays, already got a first down with their first drive in the second half.
That was quick, Will. 2 plays for a first down. The Rams need to start to lock down a little bit more on defense, but it's okay. It's a long game. We're starting the third quarter. There's always time for something to happen.
See Liam Riley on the bottom of your screen going to be playing primary coverage on some of the top receivers here. First down and 10. Danella going to take the snap, hand off up the middle to his running back, and nowhere to go. Going to fall forward for maybe a yard, but that Rams defensive line will stuff the run attack once again.
And that's what I'm saying, Will. After a few plays, the Rams start to recognize what Methuen's strategy is. It's looking like they're just going to run it on the inside, and the Rams are able to stop that play there. They know what Methuen's starting to do. It's time for Methuen to maybe switch up the game strategy here.
Ali Kale on the carry for Methuen. He's been the primary back here tonight. At least when they go out of the backfield, they like that jet touch sweep to some of the wide receivers, as Danella going to throw a screen right here. Santiago going to make the catch, but knee instantly touches the ground, so it'll be a loss of yardage for the Rangers. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Another tough play there, another screen play. It's been rushing and screens all day, or all night, I should say, for Methuen. The Rams are starting to read it well. It's 3rd down now, a little bit far away for Methuen. They got pushed back there on that last play, so it's time for Methuen to start making some moves.
Rams have been good in the down and distance. Going to take out Folan and bring in another nickel linebacker to play coverage. Danella in the gun. He's got Kale to his left. Send a wide receiver in motion. Danella going to take the snap, look to throw, has time, steps up in the pocket, going to throw this one deep, and that ball is caught right over the middle. Bergameska in on the coverage, but couldn't knock it down in time. A huge 3rd and 10 for the Rangers.
Wow, what a catch there. Great play there. Obviously, as I just said, Methuen needed to start coming with some new plays. That was an instance of one there. Throwing it down the field obviously paid off. Turned a 3rd and long into a nice first down. Great job there by Methuen.
A first down for Methuen in goal distance. Danella going to take the snap, hand off to Kale up the middle, who tries to bounce off that defensive line, but stuffed instantly there. The Rams interior gets it done once again, 2nd and goal.
See, now some things I noticed with the Rams is when it's 3rd and long, they start to kind of count out Methuen. They start to kind of back up on the defense a little bit. Say, you know what, maybe if we just blitz, we'll put the pressure and that's it. But Methuen has proven they're not going to be counted out until 4th down is over. Methuen with that big play there. Obviously that run there didn't work out as best they could. The Rams are starting to intensify a little bit more on defense, especially with the run game. So this is extremely interesting so far.
Here we go, 2nd down and goal. Danella going to take the snap. It's a QB power up the middle, instantly met there by the Rams unit. The linebackers in, that's Kyle Casale on the stop, as well as Connor Scott. Will be a 3rd down coming up for the Rangers.
See, that play a little interesting to me, with Methuen knowing how well Marshfield knows their running game. Making Danella run with that ball, I think that was a bit of a silly decision because they know the Rams defense, especially with them this close to the end zone, the Rams defense is starting to put up that brick wall in their defensive line. So if I were Methuen, I would think about a screen or pass play.
Big play coming up here for the Rangers. Danella in the gun. He's got a new back. He's got Wazaka to his left. Send 2 men in motion. And then Moscow will go out wide. Danella going to take the snap. He's going to look to throw. Pressure is coming. Burrow's going to slip. Danella trying to escape and make something happen. Roll all the way out to the right. Ball thrown to the end zone. Picked off. Marshfield going to get another one. It's Ryan Medeiros with the interception in the end zone. Another turnover for the Rams.
Great play there. Danella under intense pressure there. It was time for the Rams to make a decision. Sometimes when you're in that kind of position as a quarterback, it's best to just throw it out of bounds, but Danella there tried to take a chance, picked off there. Great play there by the Rams. This momentum has shifted instantly.
Yeah, we've seen Medeiros make a couple of plays. I heard his name a couple of times tonight, and he gets a big one there. That defensive unit for Marshfield going to get another one. It was Bongelati in the first half. Medeiros interception in the end zone in the second. And again, this Marshfield team continues to make plays. As I believe, trying to get a number on that, I think that's Cosman who might be down for the Rams. So a bit of an injury, but this offense getting ready to take over. And man, if they needed a spark at any time, it would be now.
Exactly, Will. And as you just said, Cosman going down, that's a little rough. Cosman's been a great asset for the defense here. I hope he can get himself together, hopefully get up, have no serious injury, and get back in the game. But as you said, momentum has shifted. The Rams have the ball. Rawlinson will be back in. I'm excited to see what the Rams are up to here. I think that it's time for the Rams to start making some serious plays.
That they will. Rawlinson going to take the field once again. He's got D'Antonio in the backfield. And shout out to Jack Hughes for telling us that. As again, this roster still a little bit up in the air for the Rams. It's the first week, trying to figure out who's who. Hannigan going to go in motion from left to right now, back to the right. They're going to take the snap, hand it off up the middle to D'Antonio, who tries to push forward, but may have fallen forward for a couple of yards. 2nd down coming up for the Rams.
And as you were just talking about Jack mentioned that D'Antonio had a nice rush for 10 earlier in the first half. So D'Antonio, he's proven he's a good asset for the team and sometimes can prove well in the rushing game. But Methuen there started to read the rushing game a little bit. But the Rams, they need to start focusing on maybe passing more than rushing.
Be 2nd down for the Rams. Rawlinson going to take the snap, look to throw, has plenty of time, will throw, and that ball is caught on the sideline. It's Cole Summers who's going to reel that one in. They say it's a catch. 1st down picked up for the Rams.
As I just said, they need to focus on the passing. They did it there. Methuen didn't see that one coming. And they were able to get a nice play in there. So Marshfield knows how to throw off Methuen's defense so far.
There we go. 1st down coming up for the Rams after that 2nd down play. Rawlinson in the gun. D'Antonio to his right in the backfield. Going to motion him out to the other side now to his left. Hannigan in motion as well. They're going to take the snap. It's play action. Rawlinson, deep ball, hucks it up. Oh, just off the hands of his intended receiver, Doherty. Will fall incomplete. A shot play for the Rams. Almost finds the mark.
The throw was there. The hands were not. Great play there by the Rams. They had Methuen off guard. Doherty was wide open. But it's okay. The Rams still have a chance. They still have a chance to make something happen. Mistakes always happen.
Of course. I mean, you got to take a shot play eventually if you're Marshfield, right? Keep on going over the top. It's 2nd down now. Hannigan going to come in motion. Williams back in the backfield. Take the snap. Going to throw to the outside. That ball is caught. Summers tries to make a move. Breaks 1 tackle, but 2 more right there in his face. He'll be tackled, but now it becomes a manageable 3rd down coming up for the Rams.
Yeah, 3rd down for the Rams. It's a little bit of an intense situation. Obviously, 3rd down. I mean, you still have 4th if you want to go for it, but the Rams, obviously, so far, their 4th down track record hasn't been too well.
Here we go. 3rd down and about 4 for Marshfield. Summers going to come in motion. It's blown dead early. And a timeout is taken by Methuen. So we're going to take a quick break here on Marshfield Community Media. Rams down 6-0, but starting to make a comeback. We'll see you back in just a minute.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
We are back here from the timeout. While we're in that timeout, we heard that Cosman is up and moving right now, so hopefully he will get back into the game because that would be a massive loss for the Rams. I mean, he has been huge on that team.
Exactly. Cosman's been an extremely valuable asset for the team, but right now, Will, we want to focus on the Rams offense. This is a good point for the Rams to punch it in. And if they get the PAT, they easily lead the game by 1. Obviously, an earlier play, Rawlinson had Doherty right down the field. Obviously, he was out of his hands, but that shows Methuen that Doherty can get away from them. And if Doherty caught that ball, this would have been a great situation for Marshall to hopefully punch one in. But Methuen now needs to maybe look up a little bit more. They need to start analyzing Marshall's offense a little more.
3rd down and 4, Rawlinson in the gun. He's going to take the snap, plenty of time, throw the screen to Williams. It's caught, trying to get to the outside, plenty of room for a first down, and will be wrapped up out of bounds. But first down picked up for the Rams. The senior running back gets it done through the air.
Great play there. The Rams needed it. It's the momentum that the Rams need. First down, great play. Just almost across the 50. This is a great time for the Rams. It's a good time for the Rams to punch it in.
1st and 10, it's play action once again. Rawlinson, deep ball, looking for his receiver. He's going to overthrow, intended once again for Doherty. Will fall incomplete again, bring up 2nd down.
As I was saying, Methuen almost didn't read that Doherty play last time. They were making sure they were on top of him this time. Ball was just too far for Doherty. Great try, though, by the Rams.
Richardson is hopping a little bit.
That is not something Marshall wants to see. I mean, he's still in the game, which can run a risk a little bit if he's hopping around a little bit, but Rams are going to do what they want.
2nd and 10, they're going to take the snap, play action once again. Rawlinson just going to throw this one away, and I think they'll say incomplete, but man, that was close to being a fumble. Almost another huge mistake for the Rams offense.
That was an interesting play there by Rawlinson. He was clearly going to get sacked. I understand that the ball needed to get away. He didn't want to push his team back any farther than they already were, but Rawlinson ran a big risk there by just tossing the ball up. That was a scary moment there. That's something you don't really want to do as a quarterback.
Hard count for the Rams. Will get no one from Methuen. They will not jump. It's a 3rd down and 10. Richardson still in the game. As mentioned, Richardson had a little bit of calf soreness earlier in camp and didn't play in the preseason. Rawlinson, 3rd down, just going to lob this ball up way out of bounds. Was intended, I believe, for Doherty, but no one was really there to make a play. And the Rams are going to have to punt this one away. Another missed opportunity for the offense.
Yeah, as you just said, Will, it's another missed opportunity. The Rams need to start to find their momentum. I mean, really, it's been hard for the Rams to get through the Methuen defense. They are able to make a few cracks at the beginning of the drive, and then Methuen locks down easily on Marshfield and just prevents them from doing anything. It's another 4th and long. They're going to punt it away. Methuen, hopefully the Rams can put up against Methuen's offense, but Methuen's going to get the ball here.
And the Rams have made plays on all sides of the ball except for offense so far. Defense has interceptions. They have a blocked punt. And Marshall going to be able to cleanly punt this one away. Hopefully they can keep it in the field of play. It takes a bounce, and that will be inside the 5. So a great punt. Liam Riley's going to touch that one down along with Hannigan. And once again, special teams will make a play for the Rams.
Yeah, the special teams has honestly been one of the biggest MVPs of today. Riley with a great play there, down at the 5. That's a great thing to do for the Rams, pushing Methuen all the way back there, making them go all the way down the field. But Methuen's going to line up. We'll see if they can make something happen, but hopefully the Rams defense can put up against them.
Yeah, this defense has to step up in a huge way here. You need to keep this pressure on. They've looked good, and with 6:26 remaining in the 3rd, you just got to keep giving your offense chances and hoping that they can make something happen and get some points on the board. Danella going to be in the gun. They're inside the 5, so not a whole lot of room to work. They're going to take the snap, hand off to the outside, going to make a move up towards the middle, get a decent chunk yardage there. Shouldn't be enough for a first down. Burrow will come back in. 2nd down coming up for Methuen.
Nice little play there by Methuen, an easy little run down the field. Obviously not a first down, but still a nice little play. Anything other than being pushed back is honestly really good in football, if you're asking me. Great play there by Methuen. Marshfield needs to start reading the runs by Methuen. It takes Marshfield about a play or two, as I noticed throughout the game. It takes maybe about a play, maybe 2, even 3 for Marshfield to start reading the offense.
2nd and 3 for Danella and the Rangers. He's going to take the snap. It's a bit high. They're going to pitch it to the outside. That ball almost got fumbled, And finally, they're going to make a play out. It is going to be close to a first down. Finally, it is Kyle Casale who comes up to make the tackle. That could have been disastrous for the side of Methuen.
Intense moment there with the high snap and lob toss over to the running back, Danella, but he's shown that he can handle the pressure. He knows when the situation is coming at him, and he knows how to get rid of the ball and get rid of it well.
Danella going to be in the shotgun once again. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. One going to come in motion. They're going to take the snap. It's play action. They're going to hand it off the middle in a big chunk play, and a first down will be picked up by Kale. Once again, Methuen, they get another huge chunk, and they get themselves out of their own territory.
Yeah, another running play right down the middle from Methuen. The offensive line doing a great job making a hole for the running back to get right through the Rams defense. A little shaken up right now by all the running here, but the Rams need to start locking down and maybe putting up more defensive linemen in front.
1st and 10, Danella will send a receiver in motion. And he'll go back the other way. He'll take the snap, handoff, Kale up the middle once again, but this time he'll be wrapped down instantly. Charlie Leach in there to make the tackle, bring up 2nd down.
Leach, captain of the defensive team. He's earned his spot in that. He's been a great player for the Rams over the past couple of years. Obviously making the tackle there. He knows how to make a quick tackle if he needs to. Methuen lining up for the next play.
Be a 2nd down for the Rangers. And again, this is last year. Methuen started to run out of steam in the 3rd quarter. It led to a Rams comeback. It has been a staple of Marshfield, the conditioning that all these guys have. 2nd down, take the snap, handoff Kale up the middle. He will fall forward, and he's going to be close to that first down marker. Will depend on the spot, but once again, another run play, and they will move the chain, so a first down picked up.
Another easy first down there by Methuen. The running plays are clearly working for them. Sometimes after a while, though, the defense will begin to read what you're going to be doing. But right now, Methuen's doing well, running the ball up the field. The Rams shaken up by the runs. 1st and down, Methuen.
1st and 10, Danella in the gun. He's got Kale in the backfield once again. Take the snap. He's going to hand it off Kale up the middle, who will fall forward for a couple of yards. Wrapped up there, Liam Riley comes in to make the tackle, as well as it was number 42, Tim Stiles. Bring up 2nd down. Further run play we've seen, I mean, we consider that a positive run play because the Rams have stuffed all of these very early.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than just letting up a first down, but the Rams slowly starting to read the defense as I believe Fallen just came out of the game.
Just came out. They're also making some subs on the Methuen side as well. Bringing a couple new receivers. 3rd quarter action for the Rams. Still have yet to find the end zone. Take the snap from Methuen. They hand off up the middle once again. Just shut down by the Rams defensive unit. Stiles was in there on the tackle again, as well as I believe number 56, Connor Scott. Bring up 3rd down for the Rangers.
And that's what I'm saying, Will. Marshfield takes a couple plays, and they start to read what Methuen's trying to do. Right there is a perfect example. Methuen went for the good old hand to the running back, but Marshfield was able to stuff him down and make them give into pressure for the 3rd down.
3rd down and about 7 coming up for this Methuen unit. Marshfield defense trying to get another huge stop. It's Danella in the gun. Marshfield shows blitz. They'll back off of it. It's a pitch to the outside. Scott can't get there to make the tackle. Trying to cut this one upfield, but a great play made by Liam Riley. Will hit him short of the sticks. Man, he had a lot of green grass. That's a great open field tackle by Liam Riley.
Riley, he's been making a couple of tackles so far here in the 3rd quarter here, of course, putting the ball down at the 5 for the Rams on special teams. So he's having a great quarter here. I'm excited to see what else he has to offer.
They're going for it on 4th down. The hard count won't get anyone on the Rams to jump. Now they might take a timeout and punt it, but actually Danella looking to the sideline like they're looking for a play. Where is this going to go? Methuen, this could be a huge swing. If they don't get this on 4th down, if they do, they can continue to wind down the clock in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, if they go for this on 4th down, obviously the Rams run the risk of letting one up, but the Rams need this kind of momentum to stop a 4th down play. Obviously, Coach Aruka down there a little confused in what's happening, maybe yelling at the referees of a waste of the game clock.
There's a timeout happening there. Yeah, so they're just going to wind down the clock. 4th down coming up. We'll see if Methuen goes for it. We're going to take a quick break here on Marshfield Community Media. Rams trail by 6. We'll see you in a sec.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility.
Rangers Athletic Department on Facebook or email, or speak to our AD, Tom Ryan, for more details.
We are back here on MCM. Will Nicholson alongside me is Ben Wilson. And again, Ben, a huge fourth down play coming right here if they choose to go for it.
Exactly. You run a high risk going for fourth down. I mean, 4th and 1 is sometimes when you want to go for it, but this, I believe, is 4th and 4. So it's a little interesting going for the play, but Methuen knows that they can sometimes get around the Rams defense. So Methuen hoping to try to throw off the Rams defense, get around them, get closer to the end zone, and hopefully punch one in, if not, get a field goal.
The offense is going to stay out there, so Danella, once again, will be there. It looks like, is Danella lined up under center? It looks like the back. It might be a direct snap. No, it's Danella sending one in motion. 4th down for the Rangers. They're going to take the snap. Handoff. No, it's a flea flicker. Danella, a deep ball. Incomplete. Liam Riley on the coverage, and he has made a bunch of huge plays on this drive. Turnover on downs. Marshfield ball.
Riley, first year as a starter, he's a junior. He's shown that he can be a valuable asset to the Rams team, obviously blocking that fourth down play there. The Rams are going to get the ball here. This is the momentum the Rams need. They need to punch one in.
What a play there by the junior. Makes a huge play in the secondary. And the Rams offense is back on the field. And they need a spark. Williams in the backfield. Rollinson going to send man in motion. Rollinson looking to throw pressure in his face. He's going to hang in, and he's going to complete the ball to Summers, who gets up towards the sideline, pushed out of bounds. A little improvisation from the young quarterback will lead to a positive play.
Great play there. As I mentioned, I believe during the halftime show, Rollinson had a hard time when he was under pressure looking around and finding a man. He was under pressure there, and he was able to find Summers and get rid of the ball quickly. So that was a great play there by Rollinson, especially with the defender right on top of him.
Second down coming up for the Rams. No, they're going to move the chains. So they actually said that enough was gained from Cole Summers. And they're going to move the chains at Marshfield. Oh, it was a penalty, I believe. Didn't see the laundry hit the floor there for Marshfield, but we'll take that every day of the week and a couple of extra yards. 1:02 remaining in the third quarter. Rollinson going to send Hannigan in motion. Going to hand it off to Hannigan. Getting upfield will be cut down just short, only a gain of a couple. Second down coming up for the Rams.
See, Will, the running game is hard with this Methuen defense. I mean, Marshall with the pass plays has been doing really well this quarter. But with the running plays, Methuen knows how to read those really well. The Rams they're not doing too hot when it comes to the running, but when passing comes along, they're easier to get around the Methuen defense.
Crosby Powers just checked in. I think he's at that tight end, number 66. So Marshfield bringing in a little bit of extra size as Rollinson going to take the snap, handoff up the middle. Evan Williams trying to get downfield. Will bring up third down. That was a 2nd and 9. Now third for the Rams, and now Powers will come out. Doherty will come back in.
Now it's third down. I mean, the Rams have been in this situation before. They haven't been able to do well with a third down situation, but the score is about to run out here as I look at the scoreboard.
3rd and 5 to go.
This is the last
Rollinson
play of the quarter.
Is going to complete it to Hannigan, who has enough for a first down. The Rams are going to move the chains, and that will do it for third quarter action. Marshfield in the fourth, trying to close this gap. It's a one-score game and another close Marshfield Rams football game. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with you on Marshfield Community Media for the fourth quarter action.
And that's the end of the third.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Fourth quarter action getting ready to get underway here from Nicholson Stadium in Methuen. Rams with a fresh set of downs trying to get into the end zone. Down by a touchdown right now. If they're scoring at the extra point, they will have the lead for the first time today. Rollinson takes the snap, throws over the middle. That ball was it caught? It was just short of the end zone, but wow, what a grab by Richardson over the middle.
Yeah, great play there by Marshfield. This is a really big moment for Marshfield. If they don't get it here, they run the risk of potentially not getting a touchdown at all for the rest of the game and losing this one. So I think Marshfield really needs to talk over strategy, focus in, don't fall under the pressure, just focus, and Rollinson needs to stay in the pocket and look at what he's got.
You need a score here if you're the Rams. We've been begging for the first touchdown of the season. Hasn't happened yet. Rollinson throws that ball is over the head of his intended receiver. Wasn't sure if that was to Hannigan or Doherty. I don't think they know either. So another play by Rollinson where you hold your breath.
Yeah, another tough play there. Methuen, they've been able to stop the Rams when they're closer to the end zone. The Rams are unsuccessful when they get close to the 20. I believe you said this would be 0 for 4 if they don't get it here inside the 20.
Yeah, they've had a couple of red zone touches, just unable to find the end zone. Third down, Rollinson has Williams to his left, even receivers on each side. Richardson going to come in motion. Rollinson takes the snap, looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, throwing towards the end zone. It is caught! Luke Richardson holds on to the ball. The Rams find the end zone. The first touchdown of the year. Rollinson finds Richardson. We're all tied up.
Finally, Will, I can say it. It's finally here. The first touchdown of the 2025-2026 season. Luke Richardson makes the grab. Rollinson, great throw there, right over Richardson in the corner of the end zone. Great play by the Rams. Hopefully the PAT is good because the Rams will take the lead there.
When they needed the play the most, they finally get it with Rollinson finding Richardson. And now it will be Michael Appel to attempt the extra point. Summers will hold. The kick, is it through the uprights? Yes, it is. Marshfield will take the lead 7-6 in what has been a massive defensive battle this entire time.
Finally, Will, Marshfield finally going to find their rhythm here. They're going to lead by 1, not by a lot, but it's enough to say that they have the lead. Obviously, the Rams want to have this position. Now it's up to just the defense doing their job and stopping the Methuen offense.
Yeah, and the defense, I mean, that has been your strongest point for Marshfield so far. They've been really, really good. A couple of fourth down stops. They have interceptions. Bongelati has one. Medeiros has the other. And now you just ask your defense to hold on a couple more drives.
So all they have to do is just push back Methuen far enough out of field goal range.
And Marshfield set to kick this one back off. And again, so many people on the defense have made plays. You know, mentioned Burho has a sack. I think he's got half a sack along with Cosman. Obviously, we just mentioned Bongelati, Medeiros have the interceptions. But even the pressure from Sean Folan coming in and Cosman, this defense has looked really, really good and has been the strongest point of the Rams so far.
Absolutely. I also want to mention Liam Riley, who had an electric third quarter. He was making tackles left and right. Definitely the MVP of the third quarter in this game for the Marshfield defense.
I mean, the way this is going, he could be the MVP of the game. I mean, Riley has been flying around the field. He's got big tackles. He's got fourth down stops. The Rams defense has to do it once again. Squib kick gonna land, but will be returned from the side of Methuen down that far sideline. Will be wrapped up. It's a great job there by the Rams coverage, and the defense will come back on the field. A couple of more stops for the Rams, and you can, head home with a smile on your face, knowing you just beat a massive team in the Division I, Massachusetts.
Losing this game, that's a long 2-hour ride home, Will. I'll tell you that right now.
It'll be a tough one. And again, if you're Methuen, I mean, you're running out of time here to run the plays that you've liked. They haven't gone downfield a whole bunch. They've had some success when they've done it, but mostly it has just been a short attack for the Rangers that's worked.
Yeah, it's really been the short game for the Rangers. Hopefully Marshall starts to read a little better this quarter here.
We're going to run this one up the middle. It's Kale who will fall forward for a couple, but once again, that Rams D line with a great pushback, not allowing Methuen to get a big chunk play on the ground.
That's all Marshall needs, just plays like that, just pushing Methuen back, making sure they don't get a lot of yardage, and they'll be okay.
Second down coming up. There is a Marshfield player down, so seen that a couple of times so far today. Can't quite get a number on that, but it looks like Tim Stiles getting ready to come in. So we're going to take a quick break here on Marshfield Community Media. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action. Rams lead 7-6.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
Great look at the scoreboard there from Heather Allen, who made the trip. Shout out to her. The MCM crew getting out there to Methuen, allowing us to do a halftime show from the studio today. I'm pretty confident we'll be at every other home game, or especially the home game, but every other away game for the rest of the year. But as you see, 11-16 remaining in this ball game. Rams lead by 1. They're hoping to hold on here, Ben.
Yeah, I hope the Rams can. All they have to do is just push back the Methuen offense and maybe get the ball back and just run out the clock, and they'll be getting on the bus and a nice ride home. And as you mentioned, not at Methuen today. Shout out to Heather for being there and filming the game for us, and we'll being able to doing the halftime show. But in the future, we will be probably going to other games. I mean, Methuen's probably the farthest that the Rams will go. You got Duxbury and Pembroke and all those other schools in the South Shore area, but I would say Methuen is definitely the farthest the Rams are going to go.
The farthest drive that we have after this game is Hingham and BR. So max half an hour, 40-minute drive is all we got for the away games now. So it's a good schedule, you know, especially, I mean, we lucked out being able to do the halftime show for opening night here. But it's been good so far. It's been, I mean, the Rams all around, they look good, but they look a different type of good from last year where they scored a whole bunch of points. But this time around, it's been the defense has really been the MVP.
Yeah, I mean, you've mentioned before that when Torma started to play full-on varsity, he took a couple games, maybe a couple quarters to get into the rhythm, get into the pocket, and start making the good plays that he always made. But Rollinson clearly is making the same mistakes here. He's just trying to figure out his rhythm, trying to figure out how to get there. He's doing a good job. He's got the touchdown for the Rams. But Rollinson, he's doing okay, I would say. Right now the Rams just have to focus on pushing back the
Charlie Leach, who's down, so that is a big loss for the Rams. Hopefully he's okay, because that would be a massive loss for the Rams. You don't want to see that. Well, we are back from the break. Danella in the gun, going to look to throw off of play action. Plenty of time, deep ball, and that one is caught once again. They go downfield on the side of Methuen, and it's a big play there across the 50 into Rams territory.
Well, that is certainly not what Marshfield needs there. They don't need plays like that, so the Rams need to maybe focus in a little more on the passing game. They need to be ready for Methuen's diversity when it comes to putting the ball in different places of the field. So Marshfield needs to maybe push back Methuen just a little bit more, and they'll be okay for the rest of the game.
Scott Brothers along with Burrow on that defensive line, trying to get some pressure. First down and 10. Danella in the gun, going to take the snap, hand off to Kale up the middle, and it will be immediately tackled there. That was Tim Stiles on the stop, bring up second down.
Yeah, I mean, Rams, they just need to, like I said before, I'm probably beating a dead horse here, but I don't care. They need to push back Methuen if they want to win this game. If Methuen gets another touchdown, Rams run the risk of getting stopped by the Methuen defense and not being able to catch up.
I mean, in a game where points have been a rarity too, you definitely want to put the ball in the hands of your defense as Danella, scramble drill, trying to roll out, but that pressure is coming, escapes to the outside. He will be wrapped up, and finally the swarm of the Rams will get there. Cosman in to make a hit. It will bring up 3rd down for Methuen.
Yeah, Rams needed, Danella just showed off his skill there, being able to dance around the Rams defense until eventually swarmed like a hive of bees. The Rams able to take him down, but Danella, he's shown that his legs really make him a valuable asset.
It looks like that Johnny Manziel shuffle, right, where you just start backing up and try and find the open space. Threw a pick on the first time. This time, or at least he didn't turn the ball over. Rams showing blitz on a 3rd down. Danella looking to throw. He has to try to escape again. Going to step up in the pocket and will be taken down. Burrow on the tackle as well. I think that's Charlie Leach already back into the game. You can tell he's still hurting, but he's still out there making plays.
Will Leach awarded the senior captain position. He definitely doesn't want to get out of the game right now, especially first game of the season. First game as a senior, and he has worked hard to earn the senior captain position. He definitely doesn't want to come out of the first game.
Alex Herbert, another player on that D-line, in on the play, as it is a false start on 4th down. They tried to go for it, and it will be a false start, so you're going to back up Methuen even further. And as we're, I'm sure we're under the 10-minute part in this 4th quarter. Now do you think about punting? Because now you have 4th and way far to go.
Yeah, it's really, as you said earlier, that Andrew used to say, it's 3rd in a country mile, or 4th in a country mile. The Methuen Rangers, they need to figure out what to do here. Honestly, being this far away, it's a pretty good decision to punt, but
offense on the field still.
Yeah, they're going for it. They know they need to get the lead, and this could be a big chance for them to do so.
Biggest play of the game so far, 4th down and about 9. Danella in the gun. He's going to take the snap, play action, looking to throw. Deep ball, thrown, tipped away, and Casale got a hand on it to knock that ball down, but a flag comes in late. Did they hit a defenseless receiver?
Oh boy, this would be really rough for the Rams. The momentum was up, and if this momentum gets brought all the way down, that's going to be really bad for the Rams.
So Casale got a hand on the ball. He knocked it down, but someone else came in and just laid out the receiver. This could be a huge momentum turn. If this penalty holds up, I think it's a 1st down for Methuen.
Yeah, that is not what the Rams need. Flags still on the field, call is yet to be made. Methuen players still down with the medical staff on top of Aruka now on the field.
They spotted the ball at where the penalty was. Aruka's going to go argue the case for the Rams right now that that ball was batted down. So the hit might not have mattered. It would still be a turnover, but this would be a massive turn for the Rams. You can't have that. A 4th down, you make the play, and then an error just by hitting the guy who's not even going to get the ball.
Yeah, that would be really rough for the Rams. Their momentum was so high, and for it to get brought all the way down would be catastrophic for the Rams.
We're going to take a quick break here as this Methuen player is still down. We're a couple minutes into the 4th quarter here. 7-6 Rams lead. We'll be right back in just a sec.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility.
We are back here on Marshfield Community Media. It seems that the player was, I believe, let's see here, Vinny DeMaio. So if that is Vinny, hopefully you're okay. That's a tough hit to take in the 4th quarter, and he's listed as a senior. So hopefully he's all right, but this penalty will hold up. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Methuen.
Man, that's rough for Marshfield to have that momentum be so high and just taken down really, really low.
Danella going to take the snap on a 1st down. Will throw the screen, batted down, and guess who it was? I believe it was either Casale or Scott able to knock that ball down, but whoever made that play, it was a great job. Bring up 2nd down.
Now the Rams definitely have to have some attitude. They might almost be frustrated with the call that was just made. They really want to stop Methuen now. They don't want Methuen going any further down the field and running the risk of a field goal.
This is a long field goal for high school as well. It feels like touchdown or nothing here, especially, they already missed an extra point here today, so it feels like it's Touchdown or nothing for Methuen. Second down, Danella going to take the snap. He's looking to throw. Going to air this ball out deep and knocked away once again. Liam Riley on the coverage will knock it away from Santiago. It'll be third down.
Riley, great player for this team. Maybe MVP for the Rams defense this game.
He's been everywhere.
Yeah, great player. Obviously on special teams, does his part there as well. Great momentum there for the Rams. I mean, now what, third down?
Got third down coming up. 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. This is good for the Rams. If they force a field goal, it's pretty far, as you said, for a high school kicker, and they missed the extra point earlier. So Methuen maybe not the best when it comes to kicking.
Ryan Gale's another player in coverage. Danella, 3rd and 10, will roll out to the right. Plenty of time. He's going to throw. He's looking for the end zone, and that ball is caught. Santiago going to reel that one in. Methuen on a huge 3rd down will answer back, and they regain the lead.
Oh boy, that's rough for the Rams there. 12-7 now, 8:15 to go. The Rams, they got to make a play.
Still with 8:15 to go, so you're still in striking distance. Even if they kick the extra point, you're still within 6, so you still have potential to take the lead and plenty of time to do it. But man, does that feel like it's a dagger in the hearts of the Rams.
Yeah, that's rough. The Rams, they were doing so well on defense. It was a nice 3rd and 10 situation for Methuen, but Methuen able to just make the play right in the middle of the end zone. Great play there.
And now Methuen has to decide if they want to try and kick this extra point again, and you keep it a 7-point game, so the Rams aren't going to have a chance to take the lead unless they go for 2 if you get it. And it looks like they will take a timeout real quick. 8:15 remaining in the 4th quarter. Rams trail by 5. We'll be right back here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
We are back here on Marshfield Community Media. Methuen just scored. They're going for 2 to try and make this a 7-14 game. And the offense on the field, they had a block extra point in the 1st quarter, so we'll choose to try and go for 2. Danella in the gun. He's looking to throw. He'll roll out to his right. Pressure coming. Steps up in the pocket. Throws. And it is overthrown his receiver. Great coverage there by the Rams. Leach out there in coverage to defend the intended receiver. Marshfield keeps it within a 1-score game.
So this is good for Marshfield. All it takes is 1 touchdown. They get the lead. 8:15 to go. This is really good for Marshfield. Rollinson was able to gain his composure in the 3rd quarter and get that touchdown. So the Rams could definitely make something happen. Methuen leads by 5. A touchdown will make the Rams lead by 1.
If you're just joining us, we'll give you a little bit of a recap from what's happened here on Marshfield Community Media. It has been a defensive battle at Nicholson Stadium in Methuen. Methuen strikes early in the 1st quarter. They go up 6-0, and that was the only score until late in the 4th, or I guess early in the 4th, late in the game, where Rollinson finally hits Richardson on a touchdown pass. And then right there, Santiago going to catch a ball from Danella to give Methuen the lead once again. But with 8:15, the Rams are going to try and strike back and regain the lead in the 4th.
Exactly. They have time to do so, maybe even a little extra time if they do so to give Methuen the ball back.
They're going to kick this one off. Marshfield, enough space to return. Going to work that close sideline. Hannigan crossing the field. Hannigan going to get a good run out past the 30, tackled around that 33 or 34-yard line. The Rams offense going to retake the field. After scoring their 1st points of the game, finally, they're going to have to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, Rollinson really needs to put his big boy boots on here. I mean, Rollinson, he definitely knows how to handle pressure, of course, playing in that playoff game last season. but Rollinson's been a little shaky so far in this game, and it's time for him to settle up, and it's time for him to make a play for the team.
I mean, he's looked exactly how you would expect a young quarterback to look. He had that early interception in the first, and he's had mistakes here and there, but his go-to guy has been Luke Richardson. When he has thrown him the ball, good things have happened, including that little goal line fade play where Richardson just, I'm bigger, I'm taller, he just goes up and gets the ball.
Exactly. Rollinson's 6'3". He's a tall guy.
Oh, yeah. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Motion going to come. Rollinson takes the snap. He'll throw the screen. That ball will fall incomplete. Good thing, too, because D'Antonio was going to get lit up if he caught that ball. Bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, the Rams need to focus in a little bit. Obviously, that play not as successful as they want, but Methuen now definitely wants to lock down on defense, much like the Rams wanted to do in the last play that Methuen had, but unfortunately fell short to that big touchdown play. So Methuen really wants to focus in on defense here.
D'Antonio will come out. Williams will come back into the backfield. Rollinson going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Williams, who will be instantly hit. Offensive line trying to get to that second level with McGowan and Nicholson, but just unable to get up there.
Ooh.
Williams will be tackled short. It'll be a 3rd down.
Again.
This is rough, Will. 3rd down. Rams have been in this situation a couple times today. They haven't been too good on a 3rd and long situation, but this is one of those times. So it's time for the Rams to make a play.
You need it here. 3rd down. Rollinson going to send Hannigan in motion. He'll take the snap. He's looking to throw. Rollinson, a deep ball, launched down. That ball is caught. Cole Summers still on his feet to the 20, the 10,
He's going
the
all the
5.
way.
No one is going to catch Cole Summers. A massive play when the Rams needed it most, and they regain the lead.
That might have been the dagger in the back of Methuen, Will. What a play there. Rollinson had a man right down the field, right in his hands, like a baby cradling in his arms. Summers takes it all the way in his zone. Rams lead by 1, hopefully by 2 when the PAT team comes on.
I mean, what a play by Cole Summers. Rollinson just giving his guy a chance, airing out a deep ball, and Summers just goes up, picks it right out of the air, and then he's just too fast for anyone to track him down.
Right, 2 defenders on his tail. He was able to make the play happen, bring it all the way to the end zone. 2 big plays for both teams on their last drive.
Massive play here for the Rams, too. If they get this 2-point conversion, it'll be a 3-point game. And that offense will stay on the field to do exactly that. Rollinson might sneak this one in. They're going to take the snap. No, it's a sweep to the outside. Pitch back to Richardson. Ball is loose. And finally, Methuen will take down Williams with the ball. So a failed 2-point conversion, but Rams still have the lead.
Right, just like you said, Will, Rams still have the lead, but Methuen has plenty of time to get down to the back of the end zone and make a play. But all they need is a field goal, and they have the lead. So this is a little bit of a risky play. The Rams, they could have gone for the field goal, but they got risky, went for 2. Unsuccessful, but I think the Rams will be okay.
We have a nail-biter game going on right now. I mean, 2 teams just, as Jack Hughes said at halftime, it's a heavyweight boxing fight, right? Just throwing punches back and forth, and it's been a defensive battle, too. This is so different from what we've seen from the Rams the past couple of years. As we've mentioned, when Tor Moss and Davin True and that whole receiving core were here, it was dropping 40 points a game and scoring all the points and winning that way. But this new-look Rams, I just grit and grind, run the ball, and get the plays when they come.
Yeah, even though we were starting to doubt Nate Rollinson, I was doubting Nate Rollinson for a couple of minutes there after some of his first quarter plays. But Rollinson's proven himself to be a valuable asset for the team, making a couple plays here. Rams lead by 1. This is an intense moment in the game for Methuen.
2 touchdown passes in the second half for Nate Rollinson. That's the way you want to bounce back. That's the way you want your young quarterback to handle adversity. As the Rams are going to kick this one and back off. Defense still has to make a stop. Another squib kick. This one will be returned, trying to get upfield. Breaks 1 tackle. It's Santiago crossing the 50, and he's finally taken down, but not before. A big return. Going to be close to that 45-yard line of Marshfield.
Not what the Rams wanted as that squib kick went up. So this is definitely a good moment for Methuen to make a play. Only about 40 yards away. The Rams need to do nothing but put up that wall. That is defense.
Yeah, and their defense has looked phenomenal so far. We talked about how much this Methuen offense has been able to do last year. They have Danella coming back, who's been amazing on the ground. You got a couple of wide receivers coming back. And this Methuen offense, they were 9-2 last year. They were a good squad. Marshfield just has held them to only 12 points. That would not have been my guess coming into today.
No, certainly not. I thought this Rams team was just going to be as powerful as last year, scoring 30, 40-point games, but it's been a little bit of a slower game. As you said, a defensive battle. Jack said a huge heavyweight boxing match, but the Rams are still leading. Methuen lines up at about the 45.
Danella going to take the snap on a 1st and 10. He'll throw the screen pass. He has a wide open back, making a cut. Riley can't tackle him. Eventually, someone will come up to make the play. That was number 3, Nicholas Mozaka on the reception. The 1st down picked up. Cosman looks a little banged up once again, but he will hang in. I mean, this defensive line is just giving everything they got tonight.
Yeah, now is the time to give everything you have. It's time to put up that defensive line. It's time to just stop Methuen with everything you've got. I don't know how much time exactly is left, but I know it's under 10 minutes.
Moscow was the person on the reception, excuse me. Will be a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 for Danella. Rams defense trying to hold on. They'll take the snap, hand off to Moscow up the middle. They'll get a couple of yards, but the Rams D-line there to instantly hit him. It'll be 2nd down.
This is good for the Rams. They've read the offense pretty well so far, but Methuen on their last drive on that 3rd and long were able to bomb it down the field for a nice play in the touchdown zone. Methuen, they're certainly no stranger to pressure situations.
I mean, this team, yeah, they were in close games a lot last year. They did put up a ton of points, but they're in a grit and grind game with the Rams here in the 4th. 2nd down, Danella in the gun, going to take the snap. It's play action, looking to throw, and that ball, I think, yeah, incomplete. It hit the dirt, so intended for Santiago, will not be caught. Bring up 3rd down for Methuen.
All right, this is a big moment for Methuen. Do you go for it, or do you run the risk of, I don't even know if they're in field goal range, Will?
I wouldn't say so, especially in high school. I mean, that is a hard one to hit. Got about 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Shout out to producer Sean Leary relaying that information over. 6 minutes left. Marshfield with a 1-point lead. Trying to hold on a big 3rd down. Danella in the gun. He's got a back lined up a little bit forward to his left. Now we'll send him in motion. 3 receivers to the right. Danella takes the snap. He's going to roll to the right, looking to throw. We'll throw backside, but another ball that was batted down. It was still caught. Trying to get to the outside. Liam Riley will come up to make the tackle, as well as Ryan Medeiros. They'll keep him in bounds, and the clock runs. Gonna have to see the down and distance marker here. I thought that ball was going to be knocked down for a sec.
I did. There was a slight glitch in our TV screen here. I did think it was blocked down, but receiver able to make a play there. I'm not exactly sure if it's 1st down or not here.
It's 4th, so they just put up on the scoreboard here. It is 4th down. Decisions to be made for Methuen. Aruka furious on the sideline. He wants to know what's going on, if they're going to bring the chains out to spot it, what the deal is going to be. We're just going off the scoreboard right now, which says 4th down. I mean, another play in the red zone that's going to come to a 4th down in this game.
And they're bringing out the chains here,
we go.
Will.
So we'll all depend on the spot here. The signal early is 4th down.
Now Aruka, he doesn't know what's going on here. I don't think Aruka knows what kind of control the refs have this game. Aruka's definitely not happy what's going on here. I think Aruka, yeah, that's short.
It looks like it's going to be short. Aruka still screaming. They got to spread those chains out.
Yeah,
what is going to be the call?
Definitely not spread out all the way.
Still a little bit to go.
There
There's the
it
chains.
goes.
That is well short. Well short.
The ball's on the ground.
And it will be a 4th down coming up. And Aruka still, I mean, just barking orders from the sideline. I mean, you think he's lost any passion for coaching?
I don't think he's lost any passion for coaching, Will, especially with the new Rams roster that's coming in here. Aruka, I would be happy if I were Aruka. If I knew that Methuen was short.
Never satisfied.
Never satisfied until the game's over. That is Coach Aruka right there.
Big 4th down coming up. It's 4th and about a yard. They brought the chain crew out to measure, and it wasn't close. The offense going to stay on the field. Danella gets the snap, tries to get upfield. I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Rams think it's short. Medeiros has his arms up like he didn't get it. Where is the spot? Waiting for the signal. It's going to be close. Did Danella have enough? Still waiting for someone in that pile to give the signal. Methuen thinks they have it. Marshfield obviously in protest doesn't think so.
Might be another instance where they have to bring out the chains
They
again.
might have to. They might have to bring out the chains once again.
ref's still unsure about what's going on. I'm not exactly sure what the call is here.
Number 1 looks like he's getting ready to take a knee to maybe get a timeout, that's what we saw in the first half a little bit.
And here come the chains.
Here we go. Here comes the chains once again. Again, we're under 6 minutes to go in this ball game. This would be a huge stop for the Rams.
Big moment here.
Here comes the chains.
Ooh.
It's going to be so close. Again, you still have to spread that chain all the way out.
Oh, no.
They do have enough for a first down, so Methuen gets the benefit of the spot, and it will be first down for the Rangers.
Wow, big play there by Methuen. Methuen knew they had it. It was only by about an inch, really.
It's close.
It was extremely close. But Methuen's got first down. This is intense for Marshfield defense here.
Late in the fourth quarter, Rams with a 1-point lead. Hanging on by a thread. Need another big stop on defense. Danella sends a man in motion. He's in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. It's handed off to his back, trying to get up the middle. He will be tackled. It'll bring up a second down for the Rams. Time is just winding off the clock. I mean, this is going to end. It feels like
it's going to be close here, Will. It's going to be close.
I'm running out of adjectives to describe how close this game has become.
Yeah, this one is hard to describe right now. I mean, I believe Methuen is in field goal range.
They're going to take the snap, hand off to Kale, who's fighting off of Marshfield tacklers. He will finally go down. Casale is down, having a tough time getting up. He will be able to get up by his own effort. So we're under 4:30 remaining in this ball game. Will be a close one. It is third down. They have it marked as a third down right now on the scoreboard. 3rd and 2, under 4 minutes.
This is intense. Well, this is certainly a nail-biter. If Marshfield can put up the defense here and stop Methuen, they can easily just run the clock out and take this game.
Here we go. Big third down for Methuen. Danella in the gun. He's got a couple of people in the backfield with him. Will send one in motion. Danella going to take the snap. Pitch to the outside. Trying to get there. He will probably have enough for a first down in the way that the celebration was from Mosca. Seems like he had enough.
And that's good for a Ranger. First down.
They do call it a first down, so a fresh set of downs for Methuen as they're in the down to goal distance.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. The clock is counting down.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Marshfield defense. Do they have enough in them? Danella going to take the snap. Handoff up the middle. Kale escapes to the outside. Burrow comes over to finally make the tackle. It'll bring up 2nd and goal for Methuen.
Now it's looking like Marshfield's going to take a timeout here.
Yeah, we got a quick break coming up. It is going to be a photo finish here from Nicholson Stadium. Rams lead by 1. 3:03 remaining in the 4th. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility.
Welcome back to Marshfield Community Media. 4th quarter action. 3:03 remaining in the ball game. And what has been a closely contested game between the Rangers and the Rams. Will Nicholson alongside Ben Wilson. Ben, it's 2nd down and goal. 4 yards to that end zone, and the Rams defense trying to hold on.
It is an intense moment, Will. It's hard to describe. The Rams just need to put up the defense and push back Methuen. Methuen not great when it comes to field goals. So if the Rams are able to push back Methuen, there's a chance Methuen just goes for the touchdown.
Everyone on their feet here, especially in the studio. We are getting ready for a close game. Danella, shotgun, pitch to the right. Mozak trying to get to the end zone. He is tackled just short. Another goal line stand for the Rams. And it looks like Leach hurt his finger. And he is squirming around in pain. I'm not sure if that came up on our camera, but it looks like his finger might have been broken there.
Yeah, that's not what you need at a time like this. Charlie, he hasn't been having a great game. I know he's a senior captain, and he really deserves that spot, but he's gone off the field a couple times with some injuries.
This whole defense feels like they've been injured at different times during this game.
Yeah, this Methuen offense is hard to put up with.
And again, I don't want to assume anything, but from that angle that we saw, it looked like Leach and his fingers were, bent in a way you don't want them to bend.
They didn't look right.
I know we have, we can't show you the replay, but we got some look back in the studio, and the consensus seems to be that it's one of his fingers that are in pain. So we'll give you an update on that. 2:47 remaining. And again, it's going to be a 3rd down and goal from, it appears to be the 1 yard line for Methuen.
Oh boy, Methuen, I mean, if they don't get it here, they could go for a field goal, but Methuen missed their PAT when they got their first touchdown. So Methuen might just go for it on 4th goal, even if they don't get it here.
3rd down, Danella running up the middle. He jumps over. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Danella finds the end zone on a quarterback keeper, and Methuen answers back. Gonna score a touchdown with a little over 2 minutes remaining in the game.
That's not what Marshall needed right now. I mean, there's always a chance for Marshall to come back, but that was a great play there by Methuen. That's what Methuen needed, a chance to maybe take this game, but I'm not going to count out the Rams.
I mean, yeah, they still got to go for 2 here to just try and get as many points on the board as possible. The Rams scored quickly last time, so there is life in this offense at Marshfield. They need to go down the field and make a play. But first, the 2-point conversion, 2:35 left. And Danella was a little bit banged up off of that touchdown. He's still in the game.
Yeah, I mean, all the Rams have to do if they get this 2-point conversion is get a touchdown at PAT. If I were them, if getting the touchdown, I would just go for the PAT instead of going for 2. You run the risk of not getting the 2-pointer, where Repel, he's been doing well with the field goals.
Here we go. 2-point conversion. Danella going to send a receiver in motion. He's going to hand it off to the motion man, getting to the outside. Casale trying to run him down, and not enough. Liam Riley able to push him out, and now Riley is hurt, holding on to his right leg.
Oh boy, this Rams defense is getting beaten up by Methuen. I mean, Riley's going down. Leach went down, and I believe number 99, who's that, Will?
That's Cosman, I believe.
Cosman, he's limping around on the field.
I mean, Cosman's been hurt a couple of times today, but tough kid. I mean, tough as nails. No way he's going to come out if he's able to walk. I mean, that's the type of guy he is. Riley hurt on the other side as well. It could just be a cramp for Liam Riley. I mean, it seemed to be in that calf area. But again, not a doctor. I have no idea.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Riley, he's been a great player for the game, arguably the MVP for the defensive side of the game today. 2:35, the Rams need to rally. And Riley's on his feet, getting helped out by medical staff there.
Yeah, he seems to be just kind of jumping on that. So we hope it's just a cramp, because if the Rams go down and score, I mean, you're going to need Riley in that secondary. Kickoff is about to be sent away for Methuen.
Methuen might go for an onside kick here.
It's definitely something to consider. I mean, if you get the ball back, you essentially win the game. Here we go. Methuen, run up. We will kick this one deep. A chance to return for the Rams will be fielded. That's Cole Summers. He's going to cross the 20. Summers trying to get to the outside. Summers has space, and finally he'll be tackled out of bounds, but a decent return from where that ball landed. Marshfield across that 35 is where the offense will take over.
Marshfield is in good placement here. The Rams have a chance. Just about, I believe, 2.5 minutes to go. Rawlinson and the Rams offense can definitely make something happen.
2:27 remaining in the game. And Marshfield's offense going to try and punch one more in. Do they have another touchdown in them? D'Antonio will be the back. Summers, Richardson, Hannigan, and Doherty out there as your receivers. Rawlinson, he'll take the snap. He's looking to throw. It's a screen for Williams, D'Antonio, who tries to get outside. D'Antonio still on his feet. He will fight forward, and he's going to get a good pickup there for the Rams. It was Aiden Nicholson out in space with just enough to get D'Antonio upfield.
Yeah, that's what the Rams need. They need to keep Methuen's defense on their toes. They're quickly going to line up here.
2nd down for the Rams offense. Time is running. Rawlinson takes the snap, looks to throw. Deep ball. It is picked off. Santiago picked it off. He has a touchdown. He has an interception, and he might have just wrapped this game up.
Now, Will, I don't know about you, but I'm going to start making predictions here. I would say that would just have ended the game there.
It
Methuen
might
with
have.
a great interception there. That might just end it. Methuen might just run out the clock now. Methuen celebrating on their sideline. Tough situation there for the Rams.
The second interception of the day for Nate Rawlinson comes at a disastrous time. Late in the fourth quarter, it didn't even look like his intended receiver was able to get his head around to try and make a play. Rams defense, it's going to be tough. I mean, you still got 2-ish minutes left. You have some timeouts to work with.
I mean, then again, Methuen could get too caught up and getting too cocky, thinking they don't need to do anything, and Danella could make a quick little slip up, and that could cost the game.
I mean, we've seen a couple of pitches. They've been tough, to say the least, where it looks like it could have been a fumble. Be 1st and 10 for Methuen. Danella in the gun, take the snap, hand off to Kale, getting up the middle. He breaks one tackle, still fighting upfield. No one can bring him down. He won't have enough for a first down. That is a big run there for Kale.
Yeah, great play there by Methuen. For them, I assume they're just going to go for the running game, avoid the pass plays. Pass plays have a higher risk of an interception. So Methuen definitely going to go for the rushing game.
Marshfield will take a quick timeout. I mean, it's 2 or 3 yards that separate the Rams from being able to get back into this game or not. I mean, we've seen crazier things, but if you're Methuen, you got a good run game, you're 2 or 3 yards away from icing this game. It's Coach Aruka trying to command his troops as well as those defensive coaches. I feel like you got to bring that big unit in, get Sean Folan in there, and get those guys who can really beef up that defensive line to make a stop.
Yeah, I mean, clearly Methuen's going for the rushing game here on this drive, so I would throw in some of the heavy power on the front there to try to just push back Methuen as far as they can and even maybe have a strip sack or a fumble.
Second down coming up for Methuen. About 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. Rams need a stop. Danella, take the snap. Kale, handoff up the middle. He has enough for a first down with the second effort. And you got to think that is going to wrap up the ball game here.
I mean, right now we don't have a look at the scoreboard. I believe there's under a minute to go, or maybe just over a minute. Not exactly sure, but that run there might have just sunk the dagger into the back of Marshfield.
Without a massive mistake from the side of Methuen, this feels like it is wrapped up. And they should be close to being able to just take a knee and put this game to an end. First down and 10 at Methuen. And they seem to be in victory formation here. Danella going to take the snap. It's a QB power. He's trying to get up the middle. Will be taken down. So they still are trying to do what they can to keep the yardage going, but the time has run out here. And that is going to do it for the season opener at Nicholson Stadium. As they're going to huddle up real quick, so it was a timeout. I thought they were getting ready to call the game.
Sorry, Will, I think this game is starting to look like it's over here.
I mean, unless there's some insane collapse by Methuen.
Well,
Who
I've
knows?
seen it in the NFL. Sometimes teams get too caught up in their momentum, and they can just make a little mistake.
Little Marshfield miracle wouldn't sound too bad right about now.
That'd be fine for my first game on commentary.
Yeah, this has been a crazy game for your first call
My
here.
first commentary.
Back and forth.
Back and forth, especially on the defensive battle.
Well, here we go. Second down coming up for Methuen, and Danella will just take a knee. That clock will continue to run. Marshfield still thinks they have a chance to get the ball back because they are still taking timeouts.
Marshfield doesn't want to call their losses until the game clock hits 0.
Well, I think they have enough time. So this is third down coming up. Again, we can't see the clock, so we're not sure how much time will be left. Danella will take another knee, and Methuen's starting to get fired up on the sideline, and that feels like it's going to do it. As all these players will shake hands after a tightly contested battle. Time will continue to wind down here. I mean, overall, this was such a good game being played from both sides. Marshfield put up a good fight in the second half and made it a game. Getting under 30 seconds here, and then we'll just let that game clock run out. But Ben, I mean, just a massive effort by Marshfield, just came up short.
Yeah, I mean, both teams put up the effort. Methuen had the home crowd advantage, so that could have played a little bit of an effort in there. But it was a really close game, especially here in the fourth quarter. Definitely a nail-biter. When Marshall took the lead, then Methuen took it back, and Marshfield scored another touchdown, went back and forth, and that's going to bring the players on the field. This game is over.
Yep, Danella takes that final knee, so that will do it for the season opener from us here back at Marshfield Community Media in the studio. We thank you for joining us here. Saw a lot of good from the Rams, but they are just going to come up short today. Also, Ben Wilson, first game on the mic. I appreciate you coming out.
Thank you, Will, for having me. It's been an absolute honor. I hope to be back soon.
And we hope to have you back. Next week is going to be at home. The Rams are going to take down St. John's Prep, who are coming off another great season, as they always will. But until then, they'll wrap it up for us tonight. Will Nicholson here, Ben Wilson alongside me. We had Jack Hughes doing the halftime report, Heather Allen on the camera, and Sean Leary back in the studio. We'll see you next time, Marshfield. Good night.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Up, and it is score for three. Got it.
With the shot, it's in. Lights out. Good night. Goodbye. And that's it. Marshfield wins. It's a great serve. Another one drop. And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is scored. It is scored.